All right, folks, big episode this week. Some may even say massive. And it's with Marsha Hovey, a beloved member of our snowboard community, an unsung hero doing God's work behind the scenes. She is the marketing director at Trollhaugen, and she speaks on the ingredients that make that place so special. She's really smart. So she talks about why lift tickets are so expensive and lots of socioeconomic things that are above my pay grade, to be honest with you. So I found it very insightful. We laughed a ton. It was really inspiring. She was a city council. She basically got on city council to advocate for a skate park in her hometown of Osceola. Talks about that whole process. You guys are going to love this show. Lots of laughs. Before we get into it, if you want to support the show, don't be afraid to engage with it. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Tell us how you do the show. If you're running a podcast, do whatever you want. Anyway, thanks to everybody that supports the show. We appreciate you guys, all the sponsors, all the Patreon members. You guys freaking rule, as does Marsha Hovey. So let's get into the show. Silk, play the intro.
You are listening to the
Hey, MFM. See you on the lift.
Back attack, dude.
Fun Fire!
Hey, yo, homies.
Slide down the big hills. You know what I mean? On the big, nice burgundy snowboard.
Welcome to the Bomb Wall. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
What do you guys want to talk about?
I mean,
we had some good ideas, but I don't know.
the green room has to stay in the green room.
What happens in the green room stays.
Yeah.
Off air. True. So, we got Mary Walsh, my right co-hosting. We got Silk D on production. We got Kelsey Boyer in Raymer's Corner, a.k.a.
Potential rename.
Rename?
We might be rebranding it to the cockpit.
What's the spelling on that? Can we get a spelling on that?
Yeah. And we got Marsha Hovey in the hot seat. Marsha, happy to have you. How you feeling?
Stoked to be here and / terrified.
You're not, though. You've been dodging for so... You literally...
Yeah,
been
Marsha.
Dodging us like the Matrix. Yeah.
For the record, Mary is going to do a bomb hole because I agreed to do a bomb hole. So there you go, everybody. You get one from Mary because I'm sitting in this chair today.
Wow,
Anything
thanks.
that you say in Minnesota doesn't count.
What?
I'm just kidding. I just feel like that, you know.
Yeah. Good caveat.
So, what are you doing in Salt Lake?
Right now,
Yeah.
we're about to embark on a 5-day estrogen fest.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just getting off one of those.
Yeah. Everybody's cycles are about to sync up.
No, that really happened.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
I'm supposed to get mine in a couple days. So I just
Yeah.
wanted to start it off there. Yeah.
That's
also-
what you're doing in Salt Lake?
Yeah, but also we're here for the uninvited this week, and helping out the amazing women that are running that insane event.
Hell yeah. Well, you're known as the gatekeeper, the Sherpa of Trollhaugen, you know. But a lot of people may not know your East Coast roots, so let's take it back.
Oh yes, the East Coaster. I'm from New York. True fact. A lot of people, when they find that out in the Midwest, they're like, "Oh, that explains a lot."
Classic East Coast transplant problems.
Yeah. Born and raised outside of New York City. So they're 0 to 18. And grew up at a little ski resort called Thunder Ridge.
Hell yeah.
Otherwise known as Birch Hill back in the day. And was a lifty there all through high school. My dad was a ski patroller and a snowboard patroller and then ran the snowboard instruction department there. So pretty much raised in some sort of resort life, for sure.
I love that. What would you say the main differences between Midwesters and East Coasters are?
Start with the salads.
Well, I'm very curious about that now.
Any salad in the Midwest will have bacon in it. And probably some sort of mayo. And they're like, "Oh, you don't eat meat? That's cool. We have salads."
Don't worry.
With bacon. I would say the biggest difference, you hear this a lot. They say that the East Coast is kind and the Midwest is nice. So a great example is you have a flat tire on the side of the road. Minnesotans will drive by, roll down their window, and be like, "Oh, that looks awful. We're so sorry that happened to you. We hope you get that fixed. Have a good day." East Coast some guy named Bob is going to drive by and stop and be like, I got to fucking go to work, but I'm going to help you because, God, I'm not going to let you be on the side of the road. They're going to bitch the whole time, but they're going to do it. So I'd say the difference of emoting and communicating is probably the biggest difference.
Hell yeah. That's great. That's a great synopsis.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm there.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think I think it's one thing when you are when you're leaving the East Coast, you know, I think you don't think that you're very direct because everyone around you that stayed on the East Coast that chooses not to ever leave is probably way more direct than you are. You're kind of like more of diplomatic directness. And then as soon as you go outside the barrier of New England toward the West Coast, then all of a sudden you are much more abrasive as a human.
How does Pennsylvania stack up in this whole equation?
Pennsylvania.
Kind of Midwesty. No offense to the Pennsylvanians.
Those are fighting words for one.
I know.
Those are fighting words.
I was just trying to get a rise out of you. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
It worked.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like kind of what Marsha says. Like, yeah, they'll bitch and moan about like having to help you, but they'll get the job done. Like they're like, I got you. But you'll think that they hate you.
But they're actually on a horse and buggy.
They're on a horse and buggy. They're Amish. They're here to help you. They'll figure it out.
They give you a beautifully handmade table after for
And a
dirt cheap price.
And a whoopie pie. And a whoopie pie. Whoopie pies for everyone. And they're like, all right, have a good day. Yeah.
And they love the Steelers. Okay, we're going to keep it moving. So I just want to know, like, finding snowboarding, like, what did it look like for you as a kid?
We were raised skiing, so age 6 is when I started. My parents were into skiing. My mom, her family brought them up in Gore, so they had a house up in the Adirondacks, which was really cool. So we didn't have much of a choice. We went there, and it was a big part of our lives. And then Dad got on a snowboard, and that was very cool. And so we had to follow suit pretty soon after. And we were there all the time. Thunder Ridge was like 10 minutes from our house, and every day after school, we would go, and we were there on the weekends. And so it was kind of just the thing to do. No one else in school was really doing it that I was friends with, but it became like the thing for our family.
And you guys worked at the resort?
Yeah. So I was a lifty, and then Dad was ski patrol, then got on board in snowboard patrol, and then was the head of the snowboard instruction department.
God, talk about a glow up. Starting as a lifty, head of marketing, Trollhaugen resort. Come on.
Yeah. It's been in there since been in there.
Mm-hmm. And big shout out to your older sister, too. Marsha's whole family is amazing. But your older sister lives out in Bend. Lisa snowboards, her kids snowboard, her husband snowboards. So.
Oh, yeah, borders through and through. Lisa also went to UVM and then got sucked into Burton. And so she was a mechanical engineer for Burton. So definitely, as the younger sister, looked up to that in a big way. And I was like, I want to do this. This is cool.
And that's how you got your mechanical engineering degree.
I was going to say, but then she was like, okay, there's not a lot of money in this. I'm going to go take this mechanical engineering degree and have a life. And I was like, no, we should stay in Peter Pan land forever. And so here I am today.
Well, everybody always talks about Mount Hood being a critical part of their journey in snowboarding. How did that fit into your whole story?
I mean, it feels like everyone for a good chunk of years was at Hood in some capacity. And I feel like so many of our friends held some job at camp. And so after college, I was in Colorado for college, and it seemed like the absolute necessary migration was to go out to Hood, and got a gig out there and worked for Wendell's Academy in its second year. It was 2 students, one of which was Nick Epper. It was a very small operation. And then Mary came along and was like, no, you have to steal her from Wendell's Academy to camp. And so that's how our friendship started, was like, we're 21, so that was...
it was illegal to be working at that point.
Yeah,
we were so young. Yeah, it was
Child
crazy.
labor laws were different back then.
Yeah, we're super young still. But yeah,
This was only a couple of years ago.
This was like,
Very recently.
Yeah, because it was actually right before Instagram happened also, which was not that long ago. So the nature of camp was really different because you couldn't produce your own content as an individual in the same way as you can now. So you basically you needed if you were trying to either be in the industry or be a pro rider, that was the oasis to go to because you wanted to be in the recap, the session video. You wanted to meet people from brands if you know, and work and get experience. Like without Instagram, essentially, like all eyes were on Hood for burgeoning careers.
It was Mecca.
Yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee, baby.
And very well organized machine, you know, not weird to work there in your 20s at all.
Very, I would say very like female dominated workspace.
Totally
Not
not.
toxic and
Yeah.
the lightest, well paid. Bennies were off the charts.
You know, it's good to go into things and learn how to work really, really hard for like 3 months straight and just exhaust yourself, not just on your own, but like collectively. I feel like that's the collective energy at Hood at the time, which was cool because like everyone would get a break and everyone just while out and go nuts. And Matty Moe was there, so you had something to while out to because he was
Great
playing.
DJ.
Yeah.
Such a good DJ. Best in the world.
If those walls could talk.
And again, we'll go back to why it was great that people didn't have camera phones at that time.
Yeah, that was
Such a good point. Golden era, really.
It was. But I think like that was I think about you at that time, and what was so cool
You think
is
about me at that time?
I think about you all the
Very
time.
recent
All
time.
the time. But what was so interesting about that is because the landscape was so different from a social media aspect. I mean, it was so influential not having that stuff. You know, like we were still on Vimeo. We were barely using YouTube. So everyone was there. There was so much opportunity, so much like room to grow and learn about things in this like very kind of like wild and crazy loose, but also high pressure performance environment. And at the time was when they were building the concrete jungle at Wendell's.
Yeah, addition.
And like it was like, my first year, I think they started it, and then I think you came in my second year, right?
Yeah.
And then that was the addition, and I feel like that was also really influential for your like story.
Oh my God, yeah. The concrete jungle started in the front zone, and the brainchild of Jamie Weller,
Legend.
legend, Peter Gunn, Billy Coulon, Nick Early. There was so many amazing builders.
The dog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't remember his name. Newt, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and to watch that get built and all the additions that came after it, it was basically criminal to not learn how to skateboard. So learned how to skateboard at Wendell's, which is amazing to just step on a skateboard and be like, this is normal, right? These are the skate parks that people have to work with. Not the case.
We have a guest question from Kelsey Boyer.
Should we do it live?
Studio. Do you want to do it live or do you want me to play the recording?
I would like you to play the recording.
I love that. Yes. All right. That's perfect.
I recorded it in the closet.
Did you?
Yeah.
The high quality
Good audio.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
not for the recording, just because she was already just chilling.
All right, here we go.
What up, crew? KB on the mic. Marsha, a.k.a. Bad Bitch Behind the Scenes. We met back at Wendell's camp where you started as a camp intern and climbed your way up to become camp director. How has working at camp all of those years shaped you into the person that you are today?
Great question, KB.
Deep. I went deep.
That is a great question.
We dragged her in here last minute, so that's really great. Thanks, dude. I would say camp prepares you for literally any job. It is everything in one. And you said that I crawled my way up. I don't know that I crawled my way up so much so that they were like, oh, you are organized and can do stuff. Can you be in charge now? So that happened pretty quick. But I would say it was so many things in one. It was like basically putting on a 3-month-long event that never ended. And so you just had to be on all the time. And there were a lot of people doing really fun things. I personally was not doing the fun stuff. I was in the background in our trailer office, collecting information from parents and scheduling vans from the airport and doing all that stuff. And so it definitely prepared me for every single job I've had to come after that. I mean, I'll never forget on my birthday one year, a kid overshot a jump by like 30 feet. I had to deal with those things. I had to like call the parents and stuff. And he overshot the jump. had this giant bomb hole. He was life flighted out, and his dad was a brain surgeon. And I had to call his dad on my birthday and talk about the situation. And I was like, 22 years old, talking to a literal brain surgeon about his son that's in a coma. And it was like the wildest experience of that time for me. And I would say it forced me to grow up and learn how to communicate very, very quickly. It was like you were dealing with a game of trying to get an Oreo to your mouth without your hands, and then also this kid's in the hospital. And so it was like a lot of stuff all the time, every single day, every day.
What was the path? Like, how did you work your way up the ranks? Can you walk us through the status changes?
So I was out of college. I had some friends that worked there, and so I cold called some people, and they were like, yeah, we'll try and get you in. And I was like, I'm looking for like year round. I want to work here. And I think Corbin Clement, actually, shout out. I know,
Whoa.
right? Deep cut.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. He got me an interview, and I started out with Windell's Academy, I think doing like writing for the blog.
Blogs were big back then.
Blogs were big
Blogs
back
hit
then.
different.
Yeah, they did.
hit different.
People
They were-
looked at websites. It was a rich time in media.
You had to know about grammar.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
No
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
No.
None.
So I was writing for the website and doing some stuff there, and kind of showed that I had some marketable skills. And that was a whole winter, and we were doing winter camps. And then Mary came to run the pro program, and we became friends.
We met at USASA.
Oh, we met at USASA.
The camp director at the time
Yes.
had hit me up repeatedly and was like, you have to meet Marsha. You have to meet Marsha. And I was like, well, her name sounds kind of grandmotherly like mine, so this seems like it's going to work out. And so she was really talking you up that you would come on over winter. And then I got out there, and I feel like immediately we were like, oh, safety. Like,
Yeah,
this is great.
yeah.
Friendship. And from, maybe I just remember it was like that summer you were camp director, basically. Like, I feel like things happen really fast.
It happened
like you
really
said,
fast.
is because there's so much
Overnight
turnover.
success.
Pretty much. Yeah.
There's so much turnover at the camp, and just because it's seasonal, it's like people are doing their things and whatnot. And like you said, is if someone came in and was like, I'm driven in XYZ
I know
way.
how to turn on a computer.
Yeah, and check emails.
Yeah. I am going to show up on time relatively, and
Mm-hmm.
I have the unprecedented care for myself. So I will work 24 hours a day to get the job done.
The disease that we all carry.
Then I feel like it happens quickly, because I feel like it was honestly, I feel in my memory, I'm like, Marsha was running camp the whole time.
It was pretty quick.
You know?
Yeah. And I was year round. So I say it was like 5 years year round, which is equivalent to 22 summers.
Damn.
Yes. Yeah.
Because 5 summers is equivalent to 15.
Yeah. So, yeah, the middle of winter in living at Windell's is a literal dark time. So I didn't really try that hard. I just never stopped working. Oh, okay. You refute my statement.
Asterisks. Yes, because I think that you're not trying very hard is like an average person's like getting a Boston qualifying time in a marathon.
I agree with that. It's
Great analogy.
you were willing to show up every day, and you wanted to be there because you were passionate about something, and that speaks a lot. Like there's all the professional riders that show up for their career. They want to be in front of the cameras, they want to do this thing, but you were so willing to just show up. For let's just say 22 years in the theory of 5 years of your life.
Like dog years.
Yes, like dog years out at Mount Hood. You were so willing to show up and just be like, no, I want to be here. I'm passionate about helping.
Yeah, camp was, it was impossible to not notice how special camp was.
Yeah.
And feel this, I'd say my entire career has felt this sense of responsibility to not be the person to drop the ball for this thing that is so special to so many people. So I tried to never drop the ball. Maybe a little too much. Maybe the ball was fine. And
it would have bounced like in a game of knockout.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine.
Good days, lots of knockout.
Lots of knockout.
Kelsey, you said something great about her willingness to just grab the megaphone at any time and what that teaches you in life.
Yeah, megaphone Marsha. Honestly, you should see it in full effect. She finds her flow state. And yeah, like you know how to work a room and you know how to work a crowd. And I just think that is such a life skill to like walk into a room and be able to take space there. But yeah, Megaphone Marsha, like 3 a.m. at Trollhaugen is something I've never seen in my whole life.
I would say having to speak in front of a giant room of 270 13 and 15-year-old boys that are staring at you, and you're like trying to give them information about camp, like that'll get you ready for anything. That is the most judgmental group of people ever. I don't think there's a worse audience in the world, and that was pre-cell phone. Honestly, like, they were just like, bring out Tanner Hall, and you're like, but you guys have to wear a helmet, and like here are the rules.
And like sign your waivers. Sign your waivers.
Yeah. So like, just like always being bad cop. And I'm like, well, I guess fine. I'll do it. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah.
So I always think about like what makes camp so special too. And I also think the ingredients, like, you're from Pennsylvania, you're from Maine. Correct.
That took kind of a long time.
Sorry, I almost said New Hampshire because there's a little New Hampshire influence.
I spent some time.
You're from New York, not Osceola. But there's all these people that love snowboarding in their little nucleus, and they're like, I love snowboarding. And we're in Massachusetts, and we love snowboarding. And then you go to Mount Hood, and there's like all these other people that are lunatics about snowboarding.
Yes.
And you're like, wait, you're a lunatic? Just like we're both equally obsessed with this stupid thing about sliding a piece of wood down a hill? Let's be friends. And then it happens. Do you have a theory of why it's so special? That's mine.
I mean, I can't speak to camp now, but back in the day, which was a Wednesday,
that's an old head joke.
Thank you. It was such an experience to go there. Like Mary said, like you were watching these videos that you might have gotten in the mail. Like you might have gotten the session video recaps in the mail and played that on your DVD player and like, or seen Air Blaster videos in August, like all of that stuff. And to actually go there and be a part of it was, I know for any age, was like such an amazing thing. And so many kids raised money and like got jobs just to go to camp. I didn't go to camp. I could never afford to go to camp. I had to work there in order to go there. And I thought that was still really special. So I think the like clawing your way to camp and meeting all these people, like you said, and you're in like Fern Gully, and it is just like, I mean, Wendell's was really special too because it was the campus, and we had, some beef with the camp up the road.
I was a part of that other camp.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we were
elitist.
We were there.
We were elitist. We looked down on you guys.
No, but that's what we
And then you wanted to
the
come
underdog.
skate at our awesome skate park.
Yeah, that was
Suck on that, brother.
that was the craziest dichotomy when that came. Oh, that was so crazy.
Fuck those guys.
And we were
Can
like,
come skate your park?
no. Get wrecked, nerds.
That was part of, I think, because like we all felt that underdogness so much. And the reason was, with all due respect to anyone that is a skier, is that Wendell had opened it up to skiing. And so that at that time, especially it was the early mid 2010 aughts, it was like you have skiers and snowboarders. And so we were automatically like
not as cool.
Yeah. And
cut to the chase.
Yeah, no, totally. And so I feel like a lot of us like that were working kind of more on like the behind the scenes of things really banded together and like dug our heels in to be like, what can we do to like make like riders want to come here and like be cool and stuff. And because it was like with everyone at High Cascade, we were all like friends like outside of camp and on in-betweens and stuff. But then you go on hill and it was just like, it was crazy. It was beef, you know?
Just like 20 feet over on a rope. You're like, you see them all day long.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Beefing.
It's like that Dr. Seuss book with the Sneetches and the stars and the yeah. There's no actual wall, but I think that also like that feeling of when you are the underdog and you're banding together. Like I think of like working with you and Chase Weaver. Like that really defines it for me. Who was the head digger at the time, and we were all managers together. And you're, like you said, you're working in a 3-month-long event. You are, and like you said, you all are lunatics, because you're like, we love snowboarding so much. Frick summer. We're gonna go.
Nice use of frick.
Thank you. And we're gonna go to a mountain and wear snow pants in 75-degree weather all the time. We love it so much.
And burn our faces.
It's
so cool.
Like almost lose our nose. Like literally.
And we're also fighting tooth and nail to like up our legitimacy, you know, with the magazines and with like pro riders visiting and all that stuff. You really bond with people when you're in that situation, I think, because you're just like, okay, we're in the trenches together. Let's make it. And it's a magical trench. It's like a lovely trench.
Magical Trench, my new band name.
It's trauma bonding.
Magical Trench.
Everybody's trauma bonding.
Damn, I'll go to that show.
Magical Trench is actually a fantastic band name.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Trademark.
Should we call it? Maybe Harry Hagen will drum for us?
Yeah. We could talk about camp for days. It is like, I mean, there could be a whole documentary on those glory days of camp, because someone had just texted us about a character from camp.
Oh man!
And we were like, actually, that chapter of camp was kind of before our times at the Arc, when there was a bar there, and Pete's Hole was the bar in.
I went once
in the skate house. I lived at the Arc. I lived above skate house.
Dear God, how much black mold?
Snakes came out of my air conditioning. Shit was wild. The Arc was such an experience. Kelsey was in prison as a counselor, and then she would get to come hang out on the in-betweens, which if you've ever seen Wet Hot American Summer, where they go to town for like 24 hours, that is truly what the in-betweens were. It was like there were no laws. There was
so true.
No societal norms that had to be followed. It was Lord of the Flies, 100% funded by digger dogs.
In disbursement camping areas.
Yeah, just so much illegal camping. I can't believe we didn't set a forest on fire. Now I think about that sometimes at night. I'm like, we're so reckless.
And just like blacked out drunk.
Oh
like,
my God.
It's just so at the age where you could just put them back.
But even
And everyone had a machete.
everyone had a
That was
machete.
the craziest, scariest part.
At 3 a.m, they're like, we gotta go watch the sunrise, rip it up,
It's crazy.
Shout out Jared Jordan.
The
People who listen to that know exactly what I was talking about.
I love that reference for
Thank
one.
you.
But no, I was just thinking like being a counselor, like I'm in prison, I'm in daycare hosting it.
Yeah.
And we would come over to the Arc and the in-between, and I'd be like, people are living like this?
This is sketchy.
Like, I'm terrified, and I was like, I'll hang out with the kids all day. I can't be over there. I was so scared.
There was people in tents that were always a little bit tweaky in the back.
Like apocalyptic.
And there was a pond.
Yeah.
And there were casino nights. There were all. I mean, they really was a functioning
Black mold,
ecosystem.
Snakes in the air conditioning.
Yeah, I was initially there, and then I got moved out to the golf course.
Yeah, you
Oh, you were living
punk-ass
large.
Yeah,
Pager.
it was kind of.
Yeah, but you had your own shit to deal with. You
It was
were
crazy.
herding cats. The GBP bus and just being like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
you guys could just like
legendary.
stop smoking weed for a second. We have to do this ping pong game with the kids.
Gosh, that was the best. Just as an interjection, because we did like after the forum closed, we did like a forum kind of reunion, and then Nico Chaffee was like, the best time. I want to come back. And so every summer or before
Nico.
I'd be like, Nico, okay, great. It's gonna be you and Cam Pierce and Stevie Bell, and he'd be like, great, and then he'd call me back and be like, okay, so it's me and I'm bringing 13 friends, and I'd be like, you don't have room for that, Nico. We don't have housing. Tim won't give tickets. There's not enough tickets for that. And shout out to Tim Waddell for creating this whole thing.
He did.
Side note.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Oh, you're referring to the Gremlins, I believe.
Oh yes, the Gremlins. Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yes.
There's 13 friends that were the Gremlins.
Yes. And always one dog. It was very cute and had 3 legs.
The kid again? Oh, legend.
Yes. Oh, also, before we move on from camp, sorry, we have to do one more. Shout out Stevie Nicks.
Shout out Stevie Nicks.
Speaking of the Arc, she was a real
not
one.
the
Talking about
musician.
Fleetwood Mac?
My cat, R.I.P. There's a large feral cat problem because of the dumpsters at camp in them woods. And Stevie Nicks was a little dumpster kitten, and she traveled the country with me in my van, and she was really the best kitty ever. So if you're looking for a cat, go walk around the woods in Hood, and you probably find a really cool cat.
Sidebar dumpster kitten. Great name for a band.
Great.
That
band.
that we're having.
Write them down.
I actually
I'm
taking notes.
I think can learn a lot about your friends or people in your life based on their notes on their phone. And I have a notes section of bands, and one of them is Ditch Kitten. It's a great band name.
Would you like to pull your phone out and walk through?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Curious,
You know,
about
our guy Dixon has a lot of good stuff
Yeah, but
in
he-
his notes. We've learned a lot
Also,
about
the
him
karaoke
through
list.
those.
If you don't have a karaoke list, that's
Oh
true.
my gosh, we forgot that Marsha is the queen of karaoke.
I agree.
I can't
That's
believe we
also a
forgot
really
that.
important note.
Yeah, we did forget that.
Are we going to break into music?
Right now.
So many things.
Dumpster Kitten.
Reasonable Peaches. Great band name.
Very 90s alt rock.
Portable Cactus.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
The Gluten Freeze. Okay, also,
All right. Well, they can't all be winners.
Sounds like someone's
When
really
are these
free.
thoughts like coming into your head? Like when are you like reasonable peaches? I gotta write that down.
I don't know how
It's
normal
like-
people function, but my brain is never quiet. So like this is
Anytime.
anytime. You
I
gotta
would like
whip
to
out
say,
that note.
I
Interesting.
bet a lot
like
right
gluten
before when you're
freeze,
trying to go to sleep, when you have to get up early the next day for a long day. That's when it really turns
Yeah,
on.
really starts to fire. Yeah.
All right, guys. I love Bubs Naturals. Use their products daily. They've been a longtime supporter of the show and of snowboarding in general. And they just launched Creatine Monohydrate. Now, what's this good for, you ask? Well, it's great for more energy. It's great for muscle recovery. It's great for cognitive function. And it's great for lean muscle growth. All good things if you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle. However, a lot of the other creatine products on the market are very impure. In fact, 50% of the products on the market did not pass the standards set by the EFSA. So if you get yourself some Bubs, you're getting that good. It's that pure. Bubs is sourced from the most trusted creatine manufacturer, made in Germany with strict standards. There's no hype, no fillers, just pure creatine monohydrate, the gold standard for strength, endurance, and recovery. And the founder is a snowboarder. So if you're a snowboarder, you want to support snowboarders, head on over to bubsnaturals.com. That's BUBS naturals.com. Use promo code BOMBHOLE and you'll get 20% off your order. All right, folks, it's summertime, which means it's skate season. I got to ask, does your town have a quality skate park? Because it should. They are critical spaces for the community. So if you're looking to get a skate park in your hometown or they're already in the process, hit up Primary Concrete. My boy Richie Conklin will get you dialed in. He's a ripping snowboarder, and now he has the best concrete company on planet Earth that builds custom skate parks. Whether it's a backyard bowl, backyard skate park, giant city skate park, these guys do it all. They do everything from the design process all the way through to the finished product, and they will walk you through. If you have questions and you want to know, how do I get a skate park in my hometown, hit up Primary Concrete on Instagram or go to primaryconcrete.com. Borders supporting borders. Check them out. They rule. Okay, picture this. One day you're chasing POW, the next street skating in a city you don't even live in. Whatever your vibe is, chill, bold, classic, wild, Cole makes headwear that adapts because style's not a fixed thing. Cole Headwear. However many hats you wear, make them Cole. And I'm also currently wearing a bonnet provided by Cole Headwear. Let me tell you, this thing is clean. So check out coleheadwear.com. And remember, however many hats you wear, make them Cole. All right, so moving right along, we talked about camp. We learned a lot. How did your life evolve from camp?
Has it though?
No.
Are we still stuck? Are we still stuck in government camp?
I think we all are a little bit. I think we sold some of our souls out there and left it all on the floor of the rat.
Oh, yeah. But isn't that a beautiful thing?
Yeah,
It's
and
a
also now
collective
the rat
consciousness.
is just like a pizza place, and it's like I remember. So many gross things happened in there.
I like to think, as a side note, of everyone coming in and be like, I can't wait to learn about what it's like to work in the industry. And then they're like, what?
It's really great. We are rich in experience, not in dollars. Okay, so after camp, I ran away screaming from the snowboard industry. Shocker. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this like normal job thing, and I'm going to go see what that's about. And lived in Portland for a while, and it was not for me. I realized that, like, yes, the lines of life and work are very blurry for a lot of the people behind the scenes and for a lot of us in the snowboard industry, but I didn't care about my job if it wasn't about the thing that I loved. So, and just for the record, I'm a terrible snowboarder. It's not because I'm like, I have to snowboard all day, every day. It's really because of the people and the music and the art and all the things that come with it that like really grabbed a hold of me and wouldn't let go. And so not working in that field was, I felt like I was on a sitcom every day. They're like, we're going to go, there's a kegerator at work now. We're going to go to happy hour. And I was like, this sucks. And I was like, but where's your fire pit outside of your motel where your staff lives? So yeah, I found my way back slowly but surely. But skateboarding kind of became the thing that was really way more exciting to me after snowboarding. And so I started to get into that world a bit more and was obsessed. And the accessibility of it was so much more attainable for a broke-ass kid. So yeah, I worked with Skate Like a Girl for a bit, which was really amazing. Still an amazing organization. My partner at the time built skate parks for a living. So I was traveling in a van, touring the countryside, watching skate parks get built. And that was a really interesting chapter of my life. That was the vagabond era for sure. We were mobile without a plan at that point in life. And in and out of the country, got really into yoga, soups into yoga. Drank the Kool-Aid real hard on that one. My parents were probably like, she keeps saying all these weird mantras. We're a little concerned. Is this a religion? Yeah. And after a while, I wanted to kind of do something again that was related to the snowboard world. And I, in a roundabout way, ended up in the Midwest of all places.
There's a couple things you glazed over. We gotta back it up.
You guys are I'm not good at talking about myself. I'm a background character.
Yeah. No. Behind the scenes is different than background.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about this yoga journey. Like, where did this yoga journey take you?
So I was eat, pray, loving, if you will. I was really trying to find myself, and I took a couple yoga classes, and I was like, yeah, let's do that. And I am a pretty intense human where I'm like, I don't want to just go to a yoga class. I'm going to go to India. And I was like, so I did. I went to India with very little yoga experience and got my yoga certification and was like, I'm all in. Like, this is really nice. I like to say that, like, during that chapter, I rebounded with yoga instead of a bunch of, like, really crappy dudes. That was probably really smart of me to do that.
Hell yeah.
Really
That's
good.
a huge upgrade.
That was really cool.
Pretty good move.
Yeah.
I like though, you're like, I may be from New York and I may be a very high strung East Coaster, but I can do this.
Yeah.
I can be a calm.
The odds
I can
are
be
stacked
chill.
against you.
I can be chill.
Exactly.
Mega chill. I could be mega chill.
Mega chill, Marsha.
You still smack yoga?
I don't know that. Also, I have a lot of issues.
The pitch you just hit makes me think, no.
I don't know. Also, you smack yoga?
Yeah, it's a use it as a verb.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Interesting
Yeah, you
vernacular
smack.
going on here.
Yeah, you can smack anything.
Are you inverted head standing on business when it comes to yoga? Is what you saying?
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Mary.
Excellent question, Mary. Thank you.
I would say more tripod or shoulder standing on business.
I see.
That was a deep yoga joke. If anybody got it listening. I taught yoga for a little bit when I moved to the Midwest. I taught yoga at CalSurf. Shout out CalSurf. Amazing shop. If you've never been there. And Scott, just an amazing place. And it was really fun because I taught yoga to a bunch of sweaty, silly boys that were like farting and like, we can't stretch that way. And I would like play Wu-Tang and it was really fun. It was really fun. But I taught yoga in Osceola for a bit at the hospital, which is a very weird venue to teach yoga. But I kind of fell out of love with it. I think I needed it at that time in a very specific way. And now it is not in my life as much, but it's always in there, you know.
Well, I have a note here that says you wrote for RV magazines and spoke at a national RV trade show about van life.
And you didn't want to bring that up on your own?
Just skip past it.
So I built out a van in order to be on the road with the Skatepark squad, and I wanted my own apartment, if you will. And I was an early adopter, I guess you could say, of van life, where I wasn't like doing it for TikTok followers. I was just doing it to live out of a van. But I built a cute van, as a woman would.
What was its name?
Vanna Black.
Damn.
You have to name your vessel. Rigs. That's the part of rigging 101. Is you gotta name her.
And it was one of the like shorty ones. It wasn't like a that. It
was like a Nissan NV2.
Yeah. So it's like if you're a rig, you could like wave up to the.
It was built.
Like,
it was built for me.
It was awesome,
and that was it.
Your head's turned sideways and you're standing up there. Like, it's pretty
You
comfortable.
couldn't stand up. No,
it was sick.
Yeah, that was a point in my life where I was like, I don't need anybody. All I need is me and my whole self. Nobody else is needed. Is me and this band and my cat. And it was pretty great there for a while. And somehow I wrote a little book. I wrote a book while I was on the road, and somehow
I'm an author, she says. I'm just going to leave it out that I'm an author.
Okay.
and somehow someone got wind of that, and then this Australian RV magazine was like, "Hey, would you like to write an article in our magazine every month about like women on the road?" And I was like, "Sure." And from that, then I was invited to speak at the National RV Trade Show of America, which was in Louisville, Kentucky that year. It was pretty sick. They have way more money at their trade shows than we do.
Damn.
It's on another level.
What did you say?
In my talk?
Yeah, can you,
I want to
can you
know.
recite it?
Do
you have it in your
I know
notes?
you probably said some
saved it.
inspirational stuff.
Yeah, I wore a Canadian tuxedo.
Hell
Because
yeah.
most people were wearing suits, and I was like, "Well, I gotta wear a suit," and so, so I did. And, that was crazy. They booked me for that, and we were just talking about this. They were like, "What's your speaking fee?" And I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, I don't know. And so I had to start researching like what I should charge for that. And I finally wrote her an email. And I was like, look, like, what's your lowest amount for like people? It's probably that. And I was like, just they paid me $2,500 to speak for 30 minutes, travel. And
Oh yeah.
yeah. I spoke before. What's the blonde actress from 90210?
Tori Spelling?
No, other blonde one.
Pamela Anderson.
Jenny Garth? No.
Jenny Garth.
Jenny Garth.
Yeah.
I opened for her at the National RV Trade Show.
Hell yeah.
She's a van
She's an RVer, okay?
Her RV is probably very large and very
Yeah.
tricked out.
Yeah.
One of the ones that's like,
Yeah, she spoke for like 7 minutes and left the stage. But I spoke for an hour. They told me it was going to be an interview. And then they were like, okay, do you have your presentation loaded? And I was like, you said this was going to be a back and forth interview. So I ad-libbed a 45-minute talk at the National RV Trade Show of America in Louisville, Kentucky.
You still didn't answer my question.
I don't remember. I
She's
blacked out.
dodging. She's dodging us.
Some inspo.
I know she said something inspirational and she remembers it, but she doesn't want to sound.
Okay.
She doesn't want to go
Okay,
back. to
Well,
it.
if we
Come
would
on.
pay her like her
Yeah,
regular
that's
hours,
true.
she would.
Share with us like what you learned.
I dropped.
From
I
living on the
actually.
road.
I ripped apart all of the RV people there, and I was like, "Why are your RVs so ugly with these racing stripes? None of us want that. All of us want like truck campers and small things. We have one vehicle. We don't have two vehicles. We can't be driving around these motorhomes. Why do they all look like someone named Bill from Kansas drives? Like that's not for us." So I was like enlightening them about the next gen of van lifers, and I kind of they listened.
I feel like that would elicit a slow clap.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Spitting bars.
Yeah.
People gave me a lot of bourbon after that talk. Some guy offered me a job to sell RVs after I got off stage. Really? Yeah,
I believe it.
I
Did you
probably
take
should have taken it. Just sitting here with you guys instead.
Imagine the commission. Yeah, you'd be rich right now.
We'd all have RVs.
Yeah, totally. I would have left you guys behind at this time.
with your high powered octane.
Yeah, $600,000 motorhome. Yeah, so I don't remember what I said. I don't know because I didn't have anything prepared, and then I just had to say stuff. I think it was recorded. It was on my LinkedIn for a while.
We're gonna need to do some digging.
Yeah. I'll find it.
That's in the show notes. It's got to go in the
What
show
does your
notes.
LinkedIn say? By just out of curiosity.
Like my title?
Yeah. What's on there? I'm not a LinkedIn guy.
Are you
I don't know.
posting
anything.
status
LinkedIn
updates
is
and
the
stuff?
next social media
LinkedIn
powerhouse.
the new
Taken
TikTok?
off. It's taken off.
Real talk, it's the highest engagement social media platform.
Yeah, because it lets you link to outbound links. If I just lost, everyone's now sleeping listening to the podcast.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot of
Synergy.
annoying B2B things of people trying to tell you they know exactly what to do.
B2B.
Oh,
yeah.
business to
Business to
business.
business.
Of them
Okay.
being like,
Yeah.
have you ever been looking for something and you find the right tool for your presentation? You're like, oh. But it actually is, if you want to do like boring scrolling, but also then give props to your friends who are like, I just did this.
And you're like, yeah.
So are you guys like tossing out likes on there?
Yeah, for the homies, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Couple heart emojis.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hype them up. Hype up the homies.
Yeah.
dope.
You got
love that.
option.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to violently change gears, like not gracefully, not. There's no good segue. We're gonna do name that video part.
Oh, God.
You don't sound very excited.
Do you have water for this?
It's pretty clunky.
Yeah,
I
that's
love-
perfect.
I love it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. What's your confidence level, 0 through 10?
0. 1.
I like that. All right. Before you blurt something out, if you definitely don't know it, I'll give you a couple hints.
He gives hints. Yeah.
Oh.
I think we but you might know it.
Okay.
But you might not.
You can do it.
Here we go.
Yeah, you got it.
I'ma keep the boys. Yeah, whatever you got. It don't mean shit. Shit ain't hot. I roll so out of control. Windows on 10 on.
Okay. I know you're lost.
Yep. He looked
Okay,
pretty bewildered.
this person, it's a 3-person part, but any of the 3 names are fine. One of these people is Midwester. I think you're a fan of them.
Oh, is this?
They have red hair before you speak.
Well, I mean, now you said it's animals.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
There she is.
Wow.
From pretty much one of 2 production companies that Danimals filmed with for most of his career.
Videographs.
That's it. You got it.
Got it.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Marsha.
With no help.
Brother.
Yeah, Jonas is in there. Gus, I think it's Visitors. I might actually not know. Videographs video. Anyway, you won a prize pack.
Oh, my God.
Let's see what's in here.
You won.
You got a
I won.
sticker. I can't reach it.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff in
Let me
there.
make sure the name that video part stickers in there because that one's critical. Oh, you got a turtle box in here? Look at this
Yep,
thing.
turtle box speed. Yeah.
Yep.
You can use it as a weapon.
Yeah,
too.
it's really heavy. If somebody tries to mug you leaving the bomb hole, you can just club them in the head with that.
It's magnetic
Anyway,
too,
there's some
right?
stuff in there.
I think so.
Dang.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and remember, you won that.
Yep.
20 years working in snowboarding, and now you've finally gotten what you
And we
deserve.
just turned
it.
21. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's it.
That's pretty
Thanks, guys.
styling.
Thanks, Dan, for snowboarding. Dan's the reason I'm in the Midwest. True fact.
All right, we're gonna. Okay, we'll get into that. I'm gonna do part 2 and name that video part
sorry.
for the listeners.
Okay, sorry.
So you guys don't need to know it.
Good.
Yeah,
Thank God.
No pressure.
And comment on the photo of Marsha on Instagram. That's where we pick our winner. Godspeed.
Watch and I get the vest and spit the thing. When y'all
Yeah, we went with rap. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for playing. Name that video part. All right, good job, Marsha, winning Name That Video part without any hints, perfectly knowing it. We have a guest question from the person who is in the video that goes by the name of Danimals. Here we go.
Yo, what's up, gang? Danimals here. I'm excited to hear you guys got Marsha on the line. What up, Marsha? Quick question for you. Out of all of the people that you've been seeing come through Trollhaugen over the years, who's been the most exciting one to watch or / that you have personally met? I thought this would be kind of a cool one because so many people come through there year after year. But yeah, miss you guys. Talk to you later. See ya.
He didn't think of that question. I spoon-fed him that question.
The truth. Oh, Dan. True fact, for the first couple years of our friendship, we told everyone that we were brother and sister, and like a lot of people believed us. It was pretty great. Okay. It's crazy how many people come to this tiny little town in Wisconsin, for sure. I wanted to be super chill about it, but I like absolutely fangirled that Zoe came out like on her own accord, and was like, yeah, I just had like 2 days to come and like bought tickets, didn't even tell anybody she was coming. And I was like, I have like an Abby course after this. And we're like, you're going from Trollhaugen to an Abby class after this. That's amazing. Yeah, watching her rip the park was unreal. Whenever Zeb and Squad comes out, it is an experience. And they are just so kind and so generous, and they give their whole damn hearts. And like, it's the best. Every year they come out for like 3 weeks, and it's the highlight of the season for sure.
Hell yeah. Good answer. Well, let's back it up a little bit. What led you to the Midwest?
Well, I was in the van driving across the country and stopped in Minneapolis to visit Jake Durham and Dan Liedall, government name. And ended up in Jake's driveway, and to hang out, we were going to see Dan's dirt bike race. Oh,
there's so much more to the story.
There's so much more to the story.
It really, if I could interject on your own
Can you
personal
tell my
life
story?
Sorry, I just would like to throw in that there is like, it will come up later, but there's a Mount Hood element actually that ends up leading into this as well.
That I met them at Mount Hood. We worked together.
Well, and Matthew Boudreau.
Oh yeah, you know. So because of camp, I met so many people and became friends with so many people. Some of them were Jake and Dan, and went to hang out with them. Picked up Mary along the way. She flew into Chicago.
Just for a weekend trip. Because you had told me, basically, or Dan had been telling us how great Minnesota is in the summer.
Oh, my
and
God.
And like how
those
you
boys.
have to get there in the summer.
Dirt bike Dan.
Dirt bike Dan. Different Dan.
We were like, okay, cool. Road trip.
Yeah. Picked her up. Accidentally ended up in Madison, Wisconsin for graduation weekend. One of the top party schools in the nation. Ended up getting drunk with the family out at a bar. That was midday. I had to stay.
Keep in mind that getting inebriated for us was like 1.5 drinks.
2 drinks maximum. Yeah. And yeah, spent time skating with Dan, and he brought along his friend Matt Boudreau. I know that guy. My dog. So cute. And we both...
So many firsts in the bomb hole studio today.
Such a cutie. And we were at Pizza Luce. Shout out Pizza Luce. And I tell Booty all the time, he's my second favorite thing I've ever found at a pizza restaurant.
Aww.
First thing, pizza. Obviously. Yeah. Second thing, booty. And so we continued on to Mount Hood that summer. He was working for High Cascade, and I was working for Skate Like a Girl, and we were hanging out, as the kids would say. I don't know what they say anymore.
Was it love at first sight?
I mean, it was pretty close. I was like, he's really cute, but also no men ever again.
But Justin Bieber had dropped a new album, and we did go to that dirt bike thing you referenced, and the album was playing, and everyone was in the van hanging, and there was love in the air.
They were not hanging. They were imprisoned in the back of my van as Mary and I were on repeat listening to Purpose by Justin Bieber that had just dropped at full volume, not giving a shit if they didn't want to listen to it. It was awesome. And he liked me even then. It was crazy. So fast forward, we hung out, and then I left to go to Morocco for a couple months to teach yoga out in Morocco.
Hell yeah.
Sidebar. Went to, fell in love, said, I got to go to Morocco. Peace.
Yes, I'd never see you again. That was super cool. And then came back from Morocco, and I was like, hey, do you want to like hang out more in the wintertime in Minnesota? Which nobody ever says that. And
unless they're trying to film a video
unless
part.
they're trying to film a street video part. Yeah. And ended up in Minneapolis for a winter, and I worked at Highland. I became a rental supervisor at Highland. Also taught some yoga at Highland, just for fun, under the stairs. And just like really fell in love with the culture of the Midwest. And it is fully because of Jake Durham and Danimals that I ended up there. And, you know, Booty also. So yeah, I've been a Midwesterner now for almost 10 years, which is really
legendary.
Crazy. Yeah.
All right, we got to sink our teeth into Trollhaugen. We got to set the stage and explain what Trollhaugen is to the unfamiliar, and for all of us that have been, why it's so special. What are the ingredients?
Cheese.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Cheese curds. The Midwest is a very special place in general, just for snowboarding. The Twin Cities is this like unbelievable space because you have this major airport and you have all of these small ski areas like scattered around, extremely accessible. So, and you have all of these legendary spots and people coming to film. So I think there's just like a lot happening in the periphery also to start it all off. And Troll is this like frozen in time ski area, true mom and pop ski area. It's third generation family owned, which is so rare and so cool. So you have everything from cheese curds, to like a truly authentic mom and pop experience, and rope tows, baby. Like it's, it cannot be comprehended unless you go experience the rope tow, what that does for snowboarding. So it's really hard to put into words unless you are physically there and get to see it with your own eyes. Kelsey got to experience it this year, and she's hooked for sure. She's gonna live there now. Oh no, up for today.
It's been set on the. It's official. It's set on.
We didn't shake on it.
Live broadcast, recorded broadcast.
Yeah, Troll is known around the world. It's so wild because for so many people that just live in Dresser, Wisconsin, or near the St. Croix River, it's just like the ski area that also has tubing nearby. And that's a lot of what Midwest skiing is. It's like, oh, this is our closest ski resort. This is where we go. And we're probably in like, maybe we're in some 90s Polaris gear and it's 10 o'clock on a Friday and we're getting it. And then you also have like, oh, Jed Anderson just showed up also. And also that guy, Gary, it's, the dichotomy is really fascinating. I think it's just like the pretension is removed from the experience.
Yeah, you've talked about it with me when we were out there, where you have like here, you're like, I'm going to the mountains. I'm going to buy a $298 lift ticket. But there, you're like, what are your options if you're in that area in terms of activities? What are they weighing against going snowboarding there?
Ice fishing.
Yep. Bowling.
We hug rocks. That's a good time. We're tossing rocks. Drinking beer.
Well, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Watching football while drinking beer, while ice fishing. Tubing.
Yeah.
Sledding. Yeah, hanging out in a garage. Yeah.
That's like the mentality of half the people on the hill. They're like, I'm either going bowling tonight or hell, I'll go over to Troll under the rope, under the lights for a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I do love that like pure intention behind it. And we've never had anybody credible to answer this question. We are in here with no credibility talking about lift ticket prices and shit like that all the time.
Talking about,
and we just have these like, we have no data. We just talk. With,
I'm aware.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah. So maybe you could shed some light on why lift tickets are so expensive.
So you wonderful people here do talk about the ski and snowboard experience quite often in the resort experience. However, you're talking about a very specific experience out here in Utah. Chris, how many ski areas do you think there are in North America?
That's a good question.
Not North America, United States. Let's just USA.
I'm thinking at least 30.
I'm gonna go like 650.
That was pretty close. It's like 500 active ski resorts. 3 states with the most ski areas are?
I'm going to say somewhere in New England. Maybe New York, just by...
That's one of them.
I'm going to say, since you're baiting me into this question, I'm going to go ahead and say somewhere in the Midwest, either... I'm going to say Wisconsin.
That's the second. There's another one.
Okay, is the other one in the Midwest?
Yeah.
Then it's got to be Minnesota.
Michigan.
Okay, there we go.
Pretty good. Two for three.
Yep,
Yeah,
2 for 3.
Good job.
So like...
You need to give Chris the prize back.
Okay.
Can you actually give that back to us?
I brought a historic troll.
I appreciate it.
So like when we're talking about a ski and snowboard experience, how many ski resorts do we talk about on a daily basis in our bubbles of like core snowboarding and the people behind the scenes? It's like
Mammoth.
Like it's
Brighton.
Yeah.
Trollhaugen. That's it.
Yeah. So like the conversation that's happening around skiing and snowboarding is very limited in the giant scope of how many ski resorts we have to choose from. And so, yes, there is a very expensive experience that does exist. And there's also a wildly affordable experience that isn't talked about enough. So lift tickets, at Troll on like Tuesdays and Thursday nights after school from 5 to 9 o'clock, it's $30 for a lift ticket and rentals. And so sometimes I'll like watch the show and like scream in my TV because we're always talking about how expensive it is. And I want to make sure people understand that that's not all of the options. Like there's so many options to go and experience these sports in a more affordable setting all over the country. Like there's places in South Dakota. There's places in North Carolina. Like there's ski resorts all over the place. And a lot of them have night skiing, which is something that a lot of Western resorts don't have. So it opens up all of these doors when you think about snowboarding in maybe a non-mountainous way. Like you don't need a mountain to go do these things that we're so obsessed with. But I think for so long, magazines and videos have showed you like this is the pinnacle of this activity. If you have saved up for a vacation, you got to leave where you're from to go to a bigger resort. You have to step out of what you know to actually make the trip worthwhile. And I feel like we have to switch that narrative to like make these small places the best that they possibly can be so that they are worthy of the attention just the same as the giant mountain, because they are going to be more affordable and they are the bread and butter of teaching people how to fall in love with these sports.
God damn it.
Wow. I just got chills.
Wise shaman.
It's pretty good.
Again, I'm still going to go back to my original question, though. Do you actually know why lift tickets are so expensive? Because you probably wouldn't know what goes into the cost of that.
Yeah. So there's basically 2 insurance companies that insure ski resorts. So you cannot fuck up. Like if you have lost the option to be insured, like you can't exist. So they have a chokehold on resorts for what they can charge. And every year that changes. So I think at Troll this year, our most expensive lift ticket was $68. And I think right off the bat, like at least $20 goes to insurance. Snowmaking is a wildly expensive endeavor. It's something like our electric bill just for snowmaking in the early season is like 30 G's a month just for snowmaking electric wise. And water and running a snowcat is, now with diesel prices, it's time on the machine and an operator in the seat. It's like $250 an hour. So like all of these things are very real costs. They're very finite things. And it's really challenging because it's not a physical product that you can hand and handle and have this tangible thing. And people are charging varying rates across the country. And some people might be charging rates that seem astronomical, and I can't disagree with that. For us at Trollhaugen, it's like we're so lucky to have owners that truly care and want to make it affordable for the local community because, like you said, they could be going bowling or they could be going skiing or snowboarding, and we want to make sure that it's within their grasp to do that.
They go skiing or snowboarding, then bowling.
Which is an option.
Osceola Lanes.
Osceola Lanes, shout out, Eric Krenz.
Dixon May got shit-faced there.
Sick, yeah. It's easy to do.
I love that for him.
It's not a hard thing to do.
All right, what about just the culture of Troll? Because to me, there's like all these little intangibles about, sitting on the deck. People are having some cheese curds and a beer and just watching the show that is. What is that park called that you can see from the deck?
Tomty TV.
Yeah, Tomty TV.
That's what we call it. Yeah. Tomty Bakken is the park there. And you sit on the patio with a spotted cow and watch Tomty TV, and it is better than most shows on Netflix, I tell you what. Yeah, it's a special experience. And the bar is legendary. Like everything about the place is frozen in time in the right way. And the nostalgia is just seeping from the building. And Jim and Laura, the owners, are just so careful with the legacy and really understand how special that place is and give us autonomy to like do what we feel should be done to keep that going.
I've been hammering on you about, like, I want to watch the live camera. I want to watch the rope toe madness.
No.
And she's adamant that there's no live. Tell me why.
Oh, man. I mean, we were talking about it with camp too. This saturation of content is something that I think people are just so used to now. So they expect it. They're like, well, I can go to this live stream. Why doesn't Troll have a live stream? And I like that there are some things still up to mystery. I loved when you would just go snowboarding and go to the ski resort without checking a camera first to make the decision for you. You just went. It wasn't even something that you thought about. You maybe checked the weather. But it's like when you're in college and you're like, who's going to be at the party? Like that dumb energy of just go. Like, it doesn't matter who's there. No matter what, you're going to have someone at the top of the rope that you are going to hang out with or session a feature with, even if you don't know them. And I think live streams are great for certain people. I just want to make it so that you have to come and experience it.
Well said. Now, you may be the most qualified person we've ever had in the booth to talk on this. I'm going to open up a big subject here.
Oh, my God.
The overarching snowboard industry where you have these giant conglomerates buying up all the resorts. And then you have these like kind of very few and far between privately owned or family owned or independently owned resorts. What are the dangers of these giant conglomerates coming into the space?
This is a long topic. We go to a lot of like very nerdy conferences, lots of like acronym conferences, the NSA, the MSA, the PNSA, and we go and we talk about all of these things. Like behind the scenes, there's so many resorts that go to these conferences and these retreats and educational seminars. So we're like always talking about this kind of stuff. And I will always say that every ski resort should exist, and I hate bashing other ski resorts because we should all be in it together. And the current state can feel rather divisive about like practices on how to sell passes and how to sell tickets can feel like we're not on the same team anymore. Personally, I like to vote with my dollar, so to speak. And just like you are buying a record from the musician that you like to support them, when you go buy lift tickets from family-owned independent ski resorts, you are supporting that place that you hope sticks around because of that purchase. And if you are into the big resort lifestyle and those big passes because they are shiny and exciting to you, by all means, go snowboarding. Like, we just want people to be on snow. Like, we want them to be outside and experiencing things. There are other ways to do it. There's the Indie Pass, which is a really cool pass program that supports entirely independent run ski areas. And it gets you 2 days at every resort on that pass. Troll is on that pass, which is really cool. And we get so many amazing people that come through the door just because of that pass, because they're like, this is how I want to support skiing and snowboarding. Like, this is my cup of tea, so I'm going to keep buying this pass. And that's really cool. Like, we have so many options. I don't necessarily fully agree with the sales tactics of all of those options, but it is what it is.
Damn, that was eloquent. You kind of perfectly danced around the question to not bash, provide great information. Marsha,
media
you are
trained.
a damn pro.
She's media trained.
Great media training.
I was a politician. Don't forget.
100%.
I have a follow-up.
Go on.
Kind of just conceptually and just from a kind of user standpoint, I think, what about just and I know that any given region, you probably have some element of options, but say like, you live here and you're like, okay, I really want to go ride Brighton, or I really want to go ride Snowbird, or, and perhaps, this is just example, not based in like fact, so don't quote me on this.
That's what this show's all about. Yeah. Misinformation. We're all about misinformation at the bomb walls. We'll just let it rip.
But if you're like, okay, the resorts that are around me that I want to frequent or have been frequenting my whole life, or XYZ, are part of these conglomerate passes, and that's the only way that is affordable for me to go to that resort, what's your take on that aspect of just kind of like that being sometimes the best option for individuals or for families, because it does make it affordable, but yet it puts elements into the whole industry that can be challenging. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, anyone that has a ski area nearby, we hope they go to that one. And if they're a part of some massive pass, oh well, at least you're getting out there and doing the activity and getting off your phone, hopefully. But if you're like,
Or you're stacking clips.
Or you're live streaming your entire experience from the chairlift. That's fine too. Whatever. But I think that there's a lot of other ways to experience snowboarding. We talk about this all the time of like Chado talks about, what do you call it? Trunk boarding.
Yep. If I don't hike it, I don't like it. That's what he said.
I feel like we've gotten so stuck in the idea that like you have to go to a resort to go snowboarding. And that's not necessarily true. The big resorts being the only option that you have. That's a sticky subject. If that's the only thing that's available to you, if you don't support that, then that's really challenging, but you can move. You can move to the Midwest.
All right, what resorts do you admire from your perspective?
I have to give absolute kudos to McIntyre in New Hampshire. T-Bird is an amazing fan of that resort too. I think that's his home ski area.
You grew up there, yeah. I only heard about that place more recently and was blown away by what they're doing.
Exactly, and I think that is such a testament. I think the idea for so many of us that are behind the scenes that have been working in the resort world or brand world for so long is this idea that you have to leave where you're from in order to be successful. Like, okay, you grew up at a small resort. Now, in order to actually make it, you got to go to a big resort or else like you just got stuck. And I think that's such a shitty narrative. It's like, no, you can make absolute waves if you are a big fish in a small pond. Like you can do anything if you are creative enough and driven enough and have the disease that we have that is like, I'll just work all the time. It's fine. And I was a part of that. I was like, okay, I got to leave New York. I got to go to school in Colorado. I got to keep going west. The manifest destiny of like, we don't achieve success until we've gone to the biggest place. And I think as an industry, we have to kind of flip that back a bit and say, we can accomplish so much if we channel our efforts into the people that really deserve our time and attention in these small places.
Well said. And to piggyback off of that, I think about this with a lot of the big events happening in snowboarding too, where you see like there's huge money going into a few of the leagues and everything like that, and which is fucking great, especially if anyone's getting money in their pocket to ride a snowboard down a hill. God bless them, especially if you're competing, chucking your body, you can win some money. But to me, the way I've almost like boiled it back is almost on the grassroots level, the community level, the local level. Like you start from the ground up and then you build your local zone up. And that's kind of what like builds the fucking heartbeat to who we are. And you're almost like, we're trying to like jump to like F1, but we're like missing the local community and just the people, just fucking rad stuff happening in your fucking area. It's not that complicated really, but you've done a great job fostering events. Like what's been the spark behind that?
I'm just always trying to have more fun. And I feel like during camp days, we were having so much fun and we were being so silly and ridiculous. And I feel like we got a little too serious as an industry there for a while. So I'm just constantly trying to figure out how to do things differently or look at things from a different perspective and try and invent new events or concepts or just what's another way to get someone stoked about snowboarding? Maybe that hasn't happened yet. So yeah, I love coming up with event ideas and some of them might not always work out, but you got to walk before you run. Like you said, like take a small elevator pitch of a concept and see if you can make that happen and then try and add stuff to it instead of being like right out the gate, we are going to do a festival that is also a fundraiser. That is a video premiere. That is the bike. Like, it's like, whoa, like, and you're like, what is that?
That's so well articulated.
That'll be happening next January 2027.
It's just like do one thing and then like if you dial that in, then add more stuff in and like figure it out as you go. But if you can't like explain what the event is in one sentence and figure out how you're going to tell people about it on social media.
What's the longest lap?
I was really hoping we were going to get to that. Yes. The longest lap is endurance snowboarding with the intention of breaking world records.
Damn, you did it. That was one sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can elaborate in more than one sentence.
The longest lap was an event in the Brain for a couple years that we've been joking about. We talk about stats of rope tows. Like, we got a lot of stats behind the rope tow and like how many laps you can get
Well, tell us about them first, please.
The Valhalla rope is like 8 or 9 miles an hour. And so we wanted to get some like real science behind how many laps you could do during an open to close day at Troll from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. because yes, in case you didn't know, Trollhaugen is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays, and it is a hoot. I would recommend you do need to buy your ticket in advance because it does sell out.
A little bit of fireball consumption.
That's how you trigger me.
Yeah.
And so we've been talking about it for years, and we were like, let's like see what's really possible. And I just have to give it to all these people at Troll. I say a thing, and they're like, yeah, we'll do that. And I'm like, that's amazing. They just trust me and are going to do it. I don't know what's going to happen. And it worked out 16 and a half hours on Valhalla. Like 28 people started. I think like 18 people finished. And in 16 and a half hours, the top laps was like 777 laps in that time frame, which was like 218 miles traveled distance-wise, not vertical feet. This is distance. Those records do not exist. We're trying to create them and break them. No one will get back to me.
This is you shouting out right now.
Yeah. Guinness, get back to us. We're super cool and doing weird things, and they deserve to. If you can get a record for long fingernails, our thing is way cooler and way harder.
That's facts. But so the vertical feet thing, you can't calculate because you have to figure out a way to cover the elevation gained. So is that the issue?
The only thing that we've found is like a ChatGPT calculation of someone that like traveled vertical feet, and they're like, oh, this equates to 60 miles. And we're like, well, yeah, because you're drawing a line. It's not actual distance traveled. Because like the vertical in all of that time was like nowhere near the vertical that has been crushed in like the Alps. The vertical of Valhalla is like very minimal. It's like 100 feet. So in order to do that a zillion times, you're not going to break a whole lot of records. But distance-wise, those people are driving to Chicago, basically, on a snowboard. It's amazing. And now that we've done it once, now like everyone's banging down the door and wants to do it. And we're like, oh, no, we've created a monster. What's the cap for this event? Like how many people can be doing this all day? So.
It's all tracked on Strava, but for the person eating churros, like, I can do that. I'm going to go win. Like, that has never ridden a rope tow. Can we talk about some of the hurdles?
Yeah. The rope tow is not for the faint of heart. It'll slap you with a reality check of your physical abilities real quick because it is a full contact sport. It is CrossFit, I like to call it. Your upper body is engaged, or it should be. Your core should be engaged. You should be probably hydrated. Most of them brought a lot of snacks and stuff to participate in the longest lap, and still by like hour 8, they were like, fuck this.
That was what was so striking is you set out to break a world record, but really you were like breaking down the limits of human mental endurance. Yeah. Like, and that's what's so cool.
Basically torture.
Yes. Like everyone was like, just on social media watching it from afar, I was just like, okay,
I'll pay $10 for that.
I'm hallucinating now just from exhaustion. I'm dehydrated. You were giving people pizza while they were on the road because they weren't stopping. And I mean, I don't know if people still say type 2 fun, but that's like, I feel like it was like that
people
definition. Yeah.
They do say that.
It's like, if you could equate like the fortitude that you need physically, mentally to like you walking uphill on a split board, it's like, I feel like Trollhaugen's version of that, of like a very steep ascent.
It's almost gnarlier. It's like more, you can kind of cruise on a splitty, like.
Nice.
You can.
For the listeners.
You can. Like, the rope tow is like grabbing your arm and ripping it out of your stocking. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah. Watching on social media I think that was like an unexpected element of it. It was like, oh, we're just going to ride the rope all day. It's going to be great. And then you had these amazing snowboarders who ride the rope all the time.
Yeah.
Like just hanging on for survival.
Yeah.
In like a really impressive way.
Yeah. By the end, they were like, I've never hated anything more in my life.
And it almost, I just heard some comments from it. It felt like a reality TV show. And I think next year there should be a reality TV show there because, these riders who are constantly riding the rope, they're like, oh, this person after like lap 500 was pulling on the rope so weird and it was like messing up my body.
Yeah.
It seems like there was like so many things after a while. It was like very redundant. And it is nuts to see just like you pushing the limits of snowboarding and of the human psyche even.
It was a mental event more than it was a physical event.
Let's talk standouts.
Okay. Java.
That's
Jordan.
a fact. Gloves, yes or no?
No.
What? That's a psychopath.
Yeah.
No gloves on the rope?
No.
I didn't know that was a thing.
So there's this
Is he a
theory,
registered serial killer? By any chance?
or a robot? I don't know. There's a lot of people that like, depending on your texture of glove, like the heat of your hand then creates like kind of a frozen moisture barrier, so you can't grip. So like you're losing grip strength, and so they're like, "Fuck it, take off the gloves. We'll do it live."
Whoa.
And Java's hands were bleeding by the end of it. It was insane.
She doesn't normally ride without gloves. It just was for that situation.
On most spring days, if you go to Troll, so many people are rocking no gloves.
Wow.
I feel like when I ride the dogs are barking, like your feet start cramping up. Was that a problem for people?
Yeah. Bill Brandt, shout out Bill Duder, still to this day is like, my left foot is fucked up. He's like, it's never going to go back. And I was like, damn, you signed that waiver though. So.
All right, we got a guest question. We're going to keep it moving here. This is from your boy Adam. Here we go.
Hey, Marshawn. It's your shithead older brother, Adam Mahler here. My question for you is, what has been the most rewarding project or event that you have been a part of or spearheaded in your career? Can't wait to hear the episode. Thanks, Bombhole. Take care, y'all.
Oh, Mahler.
Legend.
Absolute
legend.
Yep.
Born under the lift at Troll. raised in the shop.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a great example of what we were talking about earlier of like dedicating your whole heart to something to watch it grow. Like he has been working at Trollhaugen for I think 23 years, riding it longer than that. He's a year older than us, so you know he's
24.
22. Yeah. Most rewarding experience, I would say, Take The Rake is something that I'm really, really proud of. As well as A Skatepark. So I don't know which one you want to talk about.
We'll get into, we got some more questions about that. Let's talk Take The Rake for a hot minute.
Okay.
Tell us about it.
Take The Rake. It feels like it started 1,000 years ago. Mary and I were at It's Tits speaking on a panel about the industry.
A lot of panel speaking, I'm noticing.
We like speak at panels.
All of us, we go to a women's women's-centered event, and a lot of panels. But it's good. Everyone wants to chat.
Yeah.
It's cool. You learn a lot.
4 panel, 5 panel.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Sorry,
crazy.
I interrupted. You were in the flow. I had to highlight the panels. Let's get back to Take The Rake.
And so we were talking about... I was there as like the token woman that's like, hey, I never wanted to be a pro snowboarder. I just wanted to like live and breathe snowboarding and kind of lift it up from the behind the scenes. And I want to know what else we can do to like bring more women to light in this industry. And Jess Goucher was a digger and was like, I want to know why there's like not more women building our parks. Like there's so many women that ride them. Why aren't there more women building them? Like what's our barriers? And so, kind of noodled on that for a while, and I was like, man, it'd be a really cool thing to have a terrain park built entirely by women. Like, let's collect all of these women builders and bring them to Troll, and do this thing that I don't think has ever been done. And Mary was a part of it from the beginning as well, and she was like, yes, this has merit. Like, we should go down this path. And it was well received, I would say, is an understatement. Do you have?
So sorry, I wanted to interject that. Yes, I agree. It was. I feel like it was exceeded expectations that I could have hoped for. Just being a little kind of piece there alongside you doing the heavy lifting. But I remember talking with you on the phone during the initial lead up to the first year, and we were struggling to come up with women's names to contact who worked. Like, it was like, okay, there's this one at Brighton, there's this one person who works in New England, and then there's this person. And it was like trying to play telephone to like locate women who were drivers and our operators, and it was really wild. And watching the shift after that, where there was never again a hard time to find people. It was like having to put people on a wait list.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. I mean, just seeing that change.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can just be as simple as representation. And I know it can feel like it's trivial or something, but like that's all it takes sometimes, is just to see a collection of women building a park. Like, we got so many questions in those first years of like, well, who's driving the cat though? And we were like,
women love cats. They're like, have you heard of crazy cat ladies?
But what dudes did you bring in to build to use the big red shovel? And we're like, no, that's bitches in the cat too. Like, they're doing all of it. You guys, like, they designed it, they built it, like all of it. They're like, what? And like, guess what? They're also riding it. But it was this concept to also have an event focused on the operational side of things without ever caring about what was to come. Like, so much of our industry is focused on the snowboarding and the people that are doing that. And there's so much happening behind the scenes to bring it all to life. And it was this moment to shine a light on operations as this integral piece that shouldn't be pushed behind this Wizard of Oz curtain. It needs to be brought to the forefront so women especially can see that this is a job for them. When I started at Troll, at one of these conferences we went to, it was said that 14% of managerial roles at ski areas were held by women. That's like an insanely low number. And I hope it's larger now, but that was just playing in my head constantly of like, okay, what else can we do? Like, we have ride days, we have women's contests. Like, what other things are we not facilitating to make sure that all of the meetings that are happening have women in them too, that all of the terrain parks that are getting built have women in them as well. And so Take the Rake was an experiment that really took off. Like Mary said, so much so that it like almost was a problem. Like, we had so many ladies that like from all over the world hitting us up, like, I want to come be a part of this. And we ran it for the last 5 years, and we just put a little bit of a time out on it because I feel like a lot of people were looking at Take the Rake as almost like a super park. Like, let's go send we get hit up by resorts that are like, we have a chick on park crew. It would be sick to send her out there to be a part of it. And I'm like, that is cool. But also the more important thing is, what are you doing at your resort to get more than one chick on your park crew? Like, that is the ethos of this event, is to be inspired by it, to say, hey, what else can we do in our community to get more women in the park, to get more women building in the park, to be grooming our trails? Like, that is the true goal of the event. And I feel like it's getting a little muddied because it's turned into something that people look at so highly, which is great. But the goal is to make change and even the playing field a bit in the operations world.
God damn, like, we're having fun, we're laughing, and then she just taps into like wise shaman mode for a second, and you're like, holy shit. I like when you tap into the wise shaman mode. It's really fun to listen to.
I just got emotional.
Yeah.
I almost had to leave the room. I was like, I'm
like this all the time. I think, I really think, when I think about things that I'm familiar with that have really kind of changed, been a paradigm shift in snowboarding, across the board, whether it's, on the riding level, in the professional riding events, in the, the industry side of things. I think Take the Rake is one of the really big highlights of the last, I would say, a couple decades, because like you said, the representation aspect, and just to see how many women there are that want to work in operations, and to get to go to the event and listen to the things they're excited about, the challenges they're facing. I mean, it really did open up this huge, what you created opened up this huge window into a side of the industry for anyone working in there, regardless of gender, but specifically for women. And I think I really think that it changed things, and it will, in a huge way that will never be the same again, which is so cool.
Thanks, man. Well, and I like, just to kind of piggyback off of what you're saying, again, there is a place for women in this industry to be professional riders. And that's kind of like when you get into snowboarding and the love of snowboarding, you think that's the only path. And Take the Rake for me, in my eyes, is something that's like, oh, I love snowboarding and I don't need to go down a professional snowboarding route to still be a part of that community and that love. So Take the Rake is just like another avenue of showcasing women in the industry. And like both of you are sitting here as just like women in the industry that aren't going down the professional snowboarding
unathletic.
No,
Thanks, Kelsey.
no, that's messed up. That's messed up. You cannot twist my words like that.
If you lack athletic prowess, there's still hope.
No, because I'm just thinking like, for example, when I got injured, my path in snowboarding was to be a professional athlete, and I thought that was it. So when, my life got flipped upside down, I just thought I was done in the snowboarding realm. But there's so many avenues that you can take to still be a part of it.
But there's opportunities for nerds.
Yes.
We're nerds.
Yes, there's opportunities for everybody.
But it is truly nuts, even as a dude, to see sometimes like the There was a trade show that came through town, and I was like, hey, can you send me the list of everybody that's on there? I want to kind of cherry pick it and get them in the show, because for us, I'm always relying on who's in town to book guests and things like that. And I went through this really long list, and it was probably, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 dudes. There's one female on there and working for brands and stuff. And so
this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this happening before.
You need the names of that trade show, because that is outlandish.
This is outrageous. There's only one
write to a magazine about this. Yeah, because the magazine will listen.
They will listen. Sorry.
And no, that's what's crazy too. Is that this year?
And obviously obviously we didn't book that woman, but we noticed that they were on the list. I do have to highlight that.
The first step in increasing visibility is not actually doing anything about it, but
just noticing.
Noticing.
We are aware.
And then telling people the story, broadcasting the story later to be like, we didn't notice.
Yeah, we did notice.
We noticed
we didn't book them, but it was...
Gave her a sticker.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dudes. Anyway, who should we book?
But that's what's crazy is like, that's insane. I do think that we're in, you guys, let's get serious. Okay, sorry, shaman.
Sorry, this is shaman level.
Is that it's, despite the fact that I think from when you started in snowboarding, I think there has been so many shifts, both on the professional athlete level and behind the scenes, but yet that is still a thing. It's very much still a thing. There's so many times that there's one woman in the meeting room, or maybe two, or it's not to like harp on it, but there's still so much opportunity for events like Take the Rake, for events like Uninvited, R&D, like all of the Dig Duck Park that Laura Rogowski does, all the different things that are happening that give women confidence and agency to exist, whether it's on the athlete level or the industry level, which is really cool. It's burgeoning. The tide is always rising, but there's still those trade shows with the one chick coming through.
But like you said, with Laura, and through the course of Take the Rake, I think it was like 51 women have come through the event, which is amazing. And I want to say like 8 different operators from around the world, which is so cool. And so many spin-off events. And I will gladly give anyone my playbook. I think that's another thing that has happened for so long, is this like gatekeeping of like, well, this is our thing. And I'm like, you can literally, here's all of my documents for Take the Rake. Go do the event, name it something else. Like, the whole point is to lift everybody up together. I will not hold anything back. Ask me anything you want to know. I will be an open book to help you.
How much money do you make after taxes? Just kidding.
What's your mortgage?
Yeah.
My speaker fee just went up.
All right, we got a couple other big events here. Lord of the Rope.
Lord of the Ropes.
Explain that. It says plural. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lord of the Ropes.
So, what's the concept? I know that, but just for the listeners, but for people that don't know.
Sure, Chris. Lord of the Ropes started a couple years before I got to troll. It is the brainchild of Peter Harvey, absolute legend of the Midwest, through and through. Started Interior Plane Project, if you don't know that brand, and also OG Shophead and everything. He wanted to create an event that was celebrating the Midwest rider at its core, and so he created this bracketed event, head to head. It started with, I think, only like 16 riders or something, and it has now grown. It's a 64-person invite-only event. You have to be from the Midwest or naturalized, that you like owned a home or like lived in the Midwest.
I did not know that was the protocol.
You
That's
need proof.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I mean, for so long, the Midwest is viewed as this like flyover country, a great spot to film, and like it produces some pro snowboarders, but like so many people that grow up on these ropes are better than a lot of pro snowboarders.
That's a fact.
It's insane. And so Pete really wanted to give some time of day to these unsung heroes. And we just had the 9th year of the event. And it is always anybody's game. It's rider judged. It is one line, winner take all. And Kyle Kennedy just won the 3rd time out of the 9 years, which is absolutely insane. Most people that have won like have full-time jobs and are just in it grinding. And it's such a cool event. The whole budget is like $5,000. Take the Rake's budget is like $5,000. I think we spent $200 for the longest lap. You don't need a lot of money to throw cool events. You just need a lot of heart and a really cool community. And you got to make one of those to host these events. Lord of the Ropes is through and through like people just that live in the area who have never stepped on skis or snowboard are like, we got to go watch Lord of the Ropes after dinner, you know, and you're like, damn, that's amazing. So it has transcended Trollhaugen and snowboarding. It's now just like a coveted event, which is really great.
All right, people, it's time to talk about the official timekeeper of Bombhole Cup and Natural Selection. We're talking Rocky Mountain watches. Now, they have new and pre-owned watches, a watch for all of your needs. So John, the founder, loves and supports the culture of snowboarding. They align with athletes and adventurers that live hard and let their watches show it. So at Rocky Mountain Watches, their motto is, there's a watch for every wrist. If you're interested in getting you a fly watch, check out RockyMountainWatches.com.
If you're looking to improve your snowboarding, maybe dial in those fundies, heck, even just having a good time with the boys, Woodward Park City is going to be hands down your best bet to make all that happen and more this season, because Woodward Park City is a state-of-the-art action sports hub. It's only 20 minutes from Salt Lake City. I mean, that's just blink of an eye, and you're on the chairlift. And in a world filled with overcrowded resorts, jam-packed parking lots, long drives to the chair, Woodward Park City is offering you a solution that not many other resorts are even able to fathom. And new this year, the Winter Mountain Park Season Pass. For only $499, you can ride all season at one of the Wasatch's best terrain parks. You can get the most fun and legitimately the best value out of your winter. You can maximize your time, easy in, easy out. It's right across from the freeway. Tiny walk and you're on the chairlift in seconds. If you want it all, you can get indoor access, outdoor access, special access to all the events, exclusive discounts. You're going to need the all-access membership. You'll be treated like a king royalty over at Woodward Park City. And if you want some more information, head on over to woodwardparkcity.com.
All right, people, we're talking Yeti Rambler food jars, okay? They keep the hot stuff hot and the cold stuff cold. You're eating some oatmeal? You want to keep it warm all day? Get yourself a Yeti Rambler food jar. Oh, you want to do overnight oats and you want to keep them cold all day? Also, do a Yeti Rambler food jar. They come in size 8-ounce, 16-ounce, and new whopping 24-ounce food jars. They're great for all occasions. They got the double vacuum insulation that holds the temps in there. 100% leak-proof mag vent allows you to throw it in your bag without worry. So go to Yeti.com, get yourself a Rambler food jar. You'll be happy you did it.
Okay, on the subject of Osceola of Lure, this is a terrible transition. Anyway, we got a question from Richie Conklin. Here we go.
What's up, Marsha? This is Richie. Thanks again for having us come to Osceola. Amazing time. A lot of places take like 8-10 years to get a skate park built. How did you get yours done in 3? What were the steps that you took? What did you learn? Talk about meat raffles and explain why skate parks in general are so important for small communities like yours.
Bye, Richie. Richie Conklin, absolute amazing guy, just a wonderful human being, and the owner of Primary Concrete, which is a wonderful skate park construction company based out of Austin, Texas, but will build a skate park anywhere. Like I said, I traveled for a while on the road, watching skate park building happening all over the place, from like small ones to massive ones to city funded to fundraised. And I just really fell in love with skate parks and what they are. And when I left Oregon, the land of so many amazing skate parks, and moved to the Midwest, I was like, wow, like there's a lot of street plazas, which is sick. I know you're down. I need more transition. I'm just trying to surf it out. And so it like kind of blew my mind that Troll existed and there wasn't a skate park of matched quality in the area. And the Midwest is like a little behind the times in adapting to skate parks or funding them the way that other states have. And so I wanted to see if I could get a skate park built. And I found in our little town in Osceola, Wisconsin, which is about 2,500 people, that someone had started a skate park project like 12 years prior, and they raised like $15,000 over the course of a couple years, and then stalled out. And because of the nature of the funding, that money had to be used for a skate park project. It didn't go anywhere. So I asked if I could take over that project. And they said I was crazy, a crazy person. And I was like, yeah, probably. But let's try anyway. And our community of friends, just like, I'm so lucky to have so many amazing people in my life that are just like, yeah, let's do that. Let's try and do that. Like, didn't even doubt it. We're just like, yeah, let's go try and do this. And Mahler and Booty and Chelsea and Tanner and all these amazing people in our community were just ready to bring this thing to life. And it was an absolute labor of love. I had been on the City of Skate, which is an advocacy group in Minneapolis trying to get skate parks built in the city. And when we moved to Osceola, I was like, I bet it's easier to get a skate park built in a small town because there's so much less red tape. And that was kind of true. And so we started raising money, and we were met with a lot of like negativity of like, that didn't work. It's not going to work now. And are kids really going to use the skate park? And we were like, yeah, they are, if they're well built. Skate parks, Richie asked, why are they important? The list is so massive as to why public skate parks are so critical for mental health and physical activity and community building and art and music and fashion. Like, a skate park there's no limits to what they can do when they are built well. If you have a hashtag piece of suck, it's a different story. And I think, unfortunately, a lot of people see like prefab on pavement and sitting there never used. And they're like, well, we invested money in a skate park and never got used, so we're never going to do that again. It's like, no, you invested in a $10,000 piece of shit and no one uses it because it's a danger to physical health. If you build a really good one, it will be used. And so, yeah, we technically, it had been, 12 years in the periphery, but we hauled ass and did every event under the sun to raise money. And the Troll community showed up in a massive way. Like, snowboarding got that skate park built, hands down. And Richie was the perfect leader to do it because he's a boarder through and through. He's Sunshine, Liquor, and Lotto. He was great videos with Smalls and Castro and so many amazing people. So I felt like he really understood what it was that we needed, and he delivered for sure. And he worked in a lot of really cool design elements, from like Wendell's to Glenhaven. Shout out Glenhaven. And yeah, I could talk forever about the skate park.
Well, you didn't mention the meat raffles.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's critical.
The meat toss. The skate park is built off of the back of meat raffles, 9-pin tournaments at the bowling alley, garage sales. Like, we sold so much of Ethan Dice's old gear. Just, he kept showing up with stuff, and Benny Milam too. Like, we just had so many unbelievably generous people that were like, yeah, let's get this going. A meat raffle, for those that have no idea what that is, it's actually PG. It's not an offensive event. And you spend money, you $20, and you get some tickets, and hopefully you go home with a bacon wrap steak or something. And the best part is that the people that show up to meat raffles don't give a shit about what they're raising money for. They don't give a fuck. They're like, I can win this meat and some free drinks. Hell yeah, here's my $20. They're like, what's this for? I don't care. There were a lot of people that cared, though. And as we got closer to the finish line, people were like, I really didn't think you guys could do this. And at some points I was like, I didn't think we could either, but we did it. And yeah, that is the biggest labor of love. Absolutely. I like birthed that. And along with a lot of people, I get like really uncomfortable to like talking about these things that I helped spearhead, but like just like Take the Rake and all these events. Like, if you don't have a community behind you, it's going to be real hard. You need a lot of people that are going to put a lot of their time into it.
I was just going to say, yeah, like, you became a politician during this time. Like, you were going to like town council meetings, or I don't even know what they're called anymore, but you were showing up to those, and you were just really, like seeing the importance of community and why skate parks are necessary, which I think is also something that you completely overlook, is all of the time that you have put into that. And in the time frame, I guess, like, break it down. How much money did you raise, and in how long?
Great question. Nice question.
$230,000 in the course of like 3.5 years.
Hell yeah.
Jeez. And that's just like right there too. Like, it's more like, yes, she put a lot of time, money, energy, heart, her and a community into this, but it's possible. Like, if you're listening, like, yes, $230,000, you're like, well, that's a lot of money. But again, it's possible that you can get together, fundraise for a community, and build a skate park.
And it helps you jump off. Like, even the local town can match, but if you start with something in the pot, it really helps out, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we really didn't get any grant funding. The village didn't contribute a whole lot of money. I mean, like, Pat Moore did methodology and raised $10,000 for the skate park. Eric Leon has raised like $15,000 for the skate park. Like, so many snowboarding events, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to use all these snowboarding events to help raise money. And it really worked. And there's so many local community members that towards the end, like, donated a lot of their personal money. And they were like, we just want to see this thing finished. Like, we can't believe that you guys got it to where it is. And like, here's the money that you need to finish it. It was amazing. Like Kelsey said, I truly put my mind and body on the line. I became a politician in my local community because I was like, you know what's going to be easier than asking for meetings is being the meeting. So, yeah, I Trojan horsed that. It was pretty sick.
You were a select person, right? Is that what it was? Select.
I was a village trustee. And I was I had to go to a lot of meetings that are really fascinating. If you want to make change in your local community, you can. There's so many ways to get involved. Sometimes the weight of the world feels absolutely exhausting. And when I get wrapped up in those feelings, I remember that we can make little change where we live and make our communities better. And that butterfly effect, I just have to believe, is going to lead to positive change.
Well said. How's the ecosystem of Osceola Skate Park currently?
Oh, man, it is so sick. Now, it's been there for, a year and a half now. And to watch the kids excel at skateboarding in such a short amount of time and like watch their fashion change and like all of a sudden like they got some baggier pants on and you're like, oh, swagged out. And like how they're using the skate park is so fun too. Like, there's this street section that they're loving. There's like this quarter pipe that we imagined that they do tricks on. They're just airing off of it all the time. It's like all the clips at Osceola Skate Park, the kids just like airing off this thing. It's so insane. But yeah, like, we see kids in our town. I mean, Booty and I live 5 blocks from the skate park. So it was very much selfishly, we wanted the skate park for ourselves too. But in the summer, you see kids from the grocery store, like skating over from down the street. We've seen more kids active in our town than ever before because of the skate park. And it's like, I cry all the time. I just ugly cry all the time, like in the grocery store, and like the elderly checkout person is like getting them Gatorades and they're like, have fun at the skate park, as I'm like buying tomatoes and crying. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I still can't grasp the fact that that thing is real and it's there. And I was really inspired by a gentleman named Edward Pigeon, who is not with us anymore, but he's from Mississippi, and that man raised dollar by dollar the funds necessary for a skate park in Hernando, Mississippi, and his ashes are in Osceola Skate Park, and it's really cool to be with him every time we skate.
Hell yeah. That's so gangster. I was talking to Richie. He was mentioning the description that you gave when wanting to build said park. It was like, can you reiterate what that was?
I mean, he didn't get to actually meet Ed, but I told him that that's what we wanted, was in the vein of Edward Pigeon, like this place that welcomed everyone from beginner to expert, that had elements of Wendell's and Glenhaven and Hernando and all these other legendary spots that just was endlessly lappable, and you could never stop finding lines. And he made that whole crew made a really, really cool park.
Yeah, kind of like Trollhaugen, hectic a little bit.
Yeah. Like, it is not linear, and it shouldn't be. A quality skate park should be enjoyed by first-time skateboarders and 25-year OGs. Like, that is, to me, the success of the skate park.
Hell yeah. That shit's the most inspiring to me. I grew up, they're more sacred than a church, in my opinion. And fucking, you're doing God's work out there, Marsha. It's really inspiring. I think to the listeners too, I'm sure. Love skate parks. They can, especially like you said too, it's like when they're well built, people take ownership of them, becomes their place they go. They self-police. They make sure they're taken care of. A shitty skate park attracts non-skateboarders. And
yeah. A skate park should be a meeting place. You shouldn't shove it off to the corner of your town. Like, I think that's such a problem, is people are like, oh, we have this like dirt patch at the corner of our town behind the cemetery. Do you think that's a good spot for a skate park? And you're like, yeah, nothing bad's going to happen back there. I don't know why you would think that. So like, celebrate the skate park that is a part of your town. And if you've been beating your head against the wall trying to get a skate park in your town, it is not an easy task. There's a lot of great resources out there. The Skate Park Project, formerly Tony Hawk Foundation, has so many amazing free resources on their website. There are grants available. I think the demand for skate parks is only growing, and a lot of states are now adding in funding for skate parks, just like they do for field sports, which is great.
If I could just kind of like hammer in one more point too, is that I know you mentioned it in the beginning, but I think it's so rad that skateboarding came into your life in your 20s. You're as an adult, it wasn't something that you grew up with in the same way, but yet you felt comfortable enough to try it at that point, which can often be intimidating by the time we're already adults. And it's become such an integral and impactful part of your life. And I think that's so rad.
Yeah, skateboarding snuck up on me in a really cool time in my life when I needed to be excited about something new. And skateboarding, just like snowboarding, is this solo sport that you get out of it what you put into it, but the community around you is going to make or break what that experience can be. And it's like, lift those people up that are new to the skate park and don't vibe them out, and welcome people in so that it's a fun and safe space for everybody.
Wise.
Shaman.
Wise. All right, I think we should keep moving and jump right into hot takes. I think we got a jingle, Silk. Do we have a jingle?
Oh, I don't think we do. Actually.
We definitely do not have a jingle.
Yeah, I don't think we
don't have a jingle.
No jingle.
I thought we had a jingle.
Anybody want to make one for us right now?
Marsha.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
How does it normally go?
Well, we don't have one, so
we don't.
It's
have
whatever
one.
you do.
That was actually my brain malfunction there.
You get to create it.
Go ahead.
I have a heater clips one. You want a heater clips one for inspiration? Here we go.
Heater clips. It's the new clips of the week.
So we're just looking for something like that.
Oh, okay, cool. Hot takes. Hot takes. Hot takes.
All right, we clipped that.
Hell yeah,
Going in every episode now.
That in every hot takes.
I don't think you understand how iconic that just was.
So that's perfect. All right, we're gonna start off with the big question: who's your GOAT? Which stands for the acronym greatest of all time. For those unfamiliar, both male and female.
Specific to snowboarding or any?
Whatever.
You can do whatever you want. There's no rules.
Okay, snowboarding. GOAT for me is MFR. Just such an amazing human through and through. How she lives her life and is just this ball of positivity and silly and rowdy. Like, she's just all the things. She's an amazing person. And I would love to give her a hug from afar. Dudes. I was going to say, I don't watch men's sports, so I'm not familiar.
Got him.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man, that's fun.
All right, moving on.
Please don't answer.
Please, moving on.
No, okay. I would say, personally, I think Forrest Bailey, to me, is just, he's been pro for so long, and he's gone through so many injuries, and he has morphed and changed his life to create art and to find other avenues, and he's still putting out video parts that blow people's minds. And I just think, on a skateboard too, my God, if he wanted to, he could be pro in skateboarding. Just love you, Forrest. I think you're amazing.
Well said. Got to hijack hot takes for a quick second here. We used to just ask who's your GOAT on the show. Laura Hadar sent me a text message saying, you need to do male and female for GOAT.
Hell yeah.
And I never gave her any credit for that ever. I just took that idea, commandeered it as my own.
That's classic.
Which is what I do here at the show. If I've called anybody before an episode and asked you a question about the guest, I'll take your question and I'll ask.
I believe that's called the patriarchy.
Exactly. So it's still alive and well. Clearly. So, but I got to give Laura Hadar some flowers for that. And she was sure to just absolutely flame me in person about it. So just
Hell
kind
yeah.
of take ownership on that. All right, moving right along. Who's one of your most underrated snowboarders, underrated people?
Mike Skiba. Kyle Kennedy, obviously. Alex Kirkland, Kevin Gillespie, pretty much anyone that is casually rolling up to any rope tow outside of Minneapolis is just playing a video game that you don't even have. And I think they all deserve so much more airtime than what they get.
Hell yeah. Steel or powder?
I like this one. Option C, corduroy.
Hell yeah. All right, who's got your favorite style ever?
You're gonna make fun of me, but I love watching Booty snowboard. I just love the way he approaches anything. It's so fun to watch him snowboard, and watching him and Danimals snowboard together, you're like transported to them in 5th grade. I could watch Dan snowboard forever. It's like effortless.
It's magic. All right, favorite up and coming rider?
Java Jordan. She is an absolute force. Her mind is just laser focused on whatever is in front of her, and she is an absolute boss, and it's really cool to think about how young she is and where she has to go, and I can't wait to see her in the backcountry someday. I think she's going to be an ATV for sure.
Pure weapon. And the amount of mileage that she did at longest lap, like, might want to think about joining like something where you get tortured in the military. It's just like steel trapped. Like, there is like a Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
Just a option B as a career. She'd do great in that. Who's got your favorite method?
Okay, this is like a nostalgic one for me because I grew up, my sister worked for Burton and I grew up on the East Coast. And at the time I was like obsessed with the Friends crew, and Danny Davis's method to me was just like iconic.
Solid. Who's got your favorite turn?
Kelsey's got a great turn.
Yeah.
Wow.
She does.
She does.
Wait,
Can't argue with that.
Can I add a hot take?
Yeah.
I think there's an art to the turn, the J turn into the tow rope.
Yes.
So who has your favorite turn into
Good,
the into the rope?
good journalist.
Damn.
Good
That's why
journalist.
you're our co-host.
Yep.
Benny. Benny can make any impossible thing look so annoyingly easy. I think people like sometimes don't talk enough about how amazing Benny is at anything. And he's just so good at snowboarding.
Benny Milam, just to clarify.
Benny Milam. Benny Milam.
Okay, favorite snowboard video ever made?
Dingbat, Ice Coast Kill Shit.
God, slap some respect on that.
Sean Callahan, amazing human.
Best place to ride a snowboard?
I mean,
You can say it.
my political answer is Trollhaugen.
Legally, you have to say that.
Legally, yeah. I would say there was a period of time living in Oregon. After work, you would go out there because it hadn't opened yet. And the saying is, if you can't go troll, you got to go bowl. Ski bowl is just a really, really cool resort.
Not anywhere close to each other. Those aren't like option A, B. Like, they're not even
States across
like,
the country.
Yeah. One's in Oregon, one's in.
Yeah. They had
for
late,
sure.
like, I don't know if they still do, but like it was considered the largest night skiing in America because it was just all open with no lights. It was rowdy.
Yeah.
So you'd get off work and you'd go there and it was really awesome.
If Trolls close, drive 2,000 miles to ski bowl.
Easy, light work.
Yeah.
Talking to a vanner. Okay.
All right, most talented snowboarder you've ever seen in person?
IRL.
IRL.
Yes. That's what we're looking for.
I mean, I said it earlier, but I think all of us were just like trying not to watch Zoe snowboard, but we were all watching Zoe snowboard real hard, trying to be cool about it. Yeah, she's amazing.
Just for context, just give last name.
Oh, Zoe Sadowski-Sinnott.
Thank you.
Hell
Thank
yeah.
you.
Good broadcasting, guys. You guys are doing great.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, least favorite trick?
Flipping on or off of a feature.
All right, question doesn't make any sense for you, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Perfect.
If you were to buy a snowboard that isn't your board sponsor, what would you buy?
I could be sponsored. Shots fired. Okay, I'm super not. But I would support Dinos. I think Jeno is an unbelievable person. Also slippery, won't get in the booth. He should get in the booth sometimes.
Oh, God, he is as slippery as they come.
But yeah, talk about heart into something. That guy, whole heart
All
into those boards. So yeah.
All right, if you were to go to a resort that isn't Trollhaugen, where would you go?
Booty and I were just talking about this yesterday, how like it's impossible to go anywhere when you work for a resort because you're stuck in there. So we were like, we got to go ride somewhere in the summertime. So it'd be really cool to go hit up New Zealand. We've never done that. That'd be really neat.
Hell yeah. Dream sponsor, anything in the world?
Costco.
Elite answer.
Yeah.
All right, if you go heliboarding at Trollhaugen? No. Heliboarding anywhere in the world, three people, just good times.
It could be Troll.
Also, hypothetical.
Ski
Somebody
bowl,
said Mike Tyson.
Yeah, we've
Somebody
had
said
Mike
Charlie
Tyson,
Sheen.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen? Who
Somebody
said
said-
Charlie Sheen?
I don't remember.
Kevin Backstrom.
Kevin Backstrom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alternate universe answer is Nick, Winston, and Schmidt.
Wait, has Chris ever seen
He
New
doesn't
Girl?
know.
I don't know what that means.
29?
What the hell?
29. Thank you,
29?
Silk.
We like just rewatched that
It's the
It's the
best.
best.
for like
It's the
the
best
8th
TV show.
time.
Alternate universe answer is Nick Miller, Schmidt, and Winston.
But you also have to bring the cat.
Oh, Ferguson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Winston can't go anywhere without him.
Yeah, it would be a great time rolling down cliffs with them because it would make me look so cool because I bet they wouldn't be that good. Yeah, that's or real world answer is like dad, sister, booty. Yeah. That'd be great.
All right, last question. Worst trend. What do you got?
Littering.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. If you care about your resort, nay, the planet, for the love of God.
Just drop a nay?
Nay.
Wow.
Stop. It is, as the snow melts, as someone who like probably spends more time on the trails of Troll in the summer than I do in the winter, like I hike all the time with the dogs, and the Zyn packets under the chair is so disgusting. I don't know what to do about it. Fireball shooters, whatever. Just like, it's never health food wrappers that you're finding on the ground. So it's like garbage food. So junk food eaters, just have some pride in the place that you ride, and care for the planet. Please stop littering. Please stop littering. Shame people for littering again. Bring back shaming for littering.
like booing at people.
Yeah, audibly boo people publicly, on camera. Also, it's helpful.
That's good. You know, I decided recently that instead of flipping people off while I drive, I give them thumbs downs.
Hell yeah. I think
it's like
I've been thinking about
hits to the core.
Yeah, because it's like
they're like, damn, they're not even like mad. They're just like disappointed in me.
Yes. Do you do a facial expression too? Is it also a downturn?
It's kind of just
a scowl.
Like,
yes, you did it.
Because you can't really get mad because you're there.
Yeah.
They don't know how to react.
Yeah.
I back that.
I've been thinking about starting littering again. That's actually kind of fun. I'm thinking about going to Wendy's after this, eating my burger, and then just as I'm driving down the road, throwing it out my window.
It's a power move.
Freedom.
You know, back in Massachusetts, I remember seeing that all the time. Like back east, you just see like a McDonald's bag fly out the window. You're like, Jesus, buddy. Like,
it still happens. I feel like I saw that the last time I went home and I was shooketh.
Yeah.
I saw it launch out the window and I was like, we're still doing that?
We're not. We shouldn't be. Something happened after COVID where they're like, this is a menial crime. We will no longer police littering. It's fair game again. Littering is back on.
It's so fucked up, but it's honestly so fucked up that I'm kind of like, damn, dude. Like, that is crazy.
Really intimidating.
God, that's my.
All right. No more littering.
Good answer.
No more
That was
littering.
good.
Good answer.
Thank you.
I am going to consider starting again, though.
Yeah, looking for a new hobby.
Yeah, new hobby, pick up littering.
Yeah. What have you been up to lately, Chris? You been busy?
Actually, yes.
Well, I started littering again.
I've just been launching bush lights at stop signs.
You know, I had a son recently trying to be a good role model for him. So we're littering. He loves it.
Yeah, got rid of the recycling bin. Got a couple extra trash cans.
Just walk around
Here,
with them,
Chip, aim
dump
for
them
that
out.
seagull.
All right. You know what? We had a Bartholomew, a.k.a. Holden Barth, a.k.a. Young Ledge. He sent a question in. I don't remember. He sent in two. I don't know which one this is.
Two?
But let's see what's showing this.
Yeah, let's
Here we go.
What's up, Bombhole? Holden Barth here. Long-time listener and first-time guest question asker.
Oh.
My question for Marsha would be, how do you be the best guest who is coming to ride Trollhaugen and asking for a free ticket? You and I have talked about a lot about supporting the snowboard community and at the same time supporting local mountains. So hopefully you can expand on this idea.
Dang, great question, Holdy B. Yeah, I think Trollhaugen is known very well, and so a lot of people want to ride there and come visit us, which is so wonderful. And free tickets are definitely a part of the game that we all know and play. Like Holden said, there's a nice way to do that. And advance notice is a wonderful thing to give to people. Also, this is just something I like in my life is boundaries. If Trollhaugen is very much my life, but it's also my job. And so it's really nice when people send an email or reach out, not just to a personal cell phone. I know sometimes that might be the only option, but every resort is really different. So I think a lot of people act as if every resort has the same system or there's some like universal system for this. And there's not. It's on a resort by resort basis. And like I said earlier, voting with your dollar, like if you've never been to Trollhaugen, buy a ticket and support the place before you are immediately asking for something. Maybe that's always a cool way, especially if like you are traveling with maybe a TM or a group that has the means to expense the ticket and you're supporting a small ski area. That's a really cool thing. And it also gives us the opportunity to then give tickets to people that might not have that financial ability to expense tickets in trade for content and things like that. I would say free tickets are not endless. And so that's different for every resort. And we know that people want to come to Troll, which is so amazing. And I feel like we create systems that try and help everybody get to Troll in the easiest way possible. But if you are like booking a trip to go to Troll, and you've bought the plane ticket, and you've bought the rental car, and you bought the Airbnb, and you bought groceries, and then the only thing that you're not willing to buy is the lift ticket. It's a bummer that everybody else got that money, except for the resort that the whole purpose of your trip is to go to. And so sometimes that can be really challenging as an independent resort that's like really dependent on those lift ticket sales. And in the same regard, like we love that all these people want to come and we want to make sure they have a fun time. And whenever we can, we want to be able to offer up free tickets or discounts so that it is more accessible to everybody. And also I got to make sure that our Troll community comes first. And in marketing and in our social media too, I want to make sure that like the unsung heroes of Troll are getting just as much attention, if not more, than the people that are coming to visit.
She did it again.
It's like I zone out on her when she's speaking. I like leave my body and listen. You should be a president.
Yes, politician. This is how it works in politics.
So, I got a question here. Doesn't really feel right for me to ask it. Not particularly like well worded. Mary, why don't you ask this top question? Feel free to rip the question to shreds. It's got a star next to it.
Are you sure you don't want to?
I think
it's about your uterus.
I was gonna say it's about fallopian tubes. What's it about?
But I like that it does have a really big star next to it. So the importance.
It's important.
It's an important question.
Nice.
So the question is about working in the heavily male dominated industry that is the world. That is sports.
Specific sports. Okay.
And resort.
Got it.
How's it feel working in this industry? And part B is, do you have any advice for women trying to get into the industry? That's a good question. I think you could ask that, Chris, too.
You.
Like, yeah.
Well, thank you. You did a better job than I did.
First part, how does it feel?
Yes.
How does it feel? It feels.
You're addressing Mary with the answer.
You don't look at him.
Feel free to look at Mary.
You can
for
look
this
at
one.
Kelsey, too.
And me.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like yelling into. No, I'm just kidding.
No, not kidding.
Seems like a pretty reasonable response.
That's fair.
Don't hold back.
What's awful though, sometimes I think we have Stockholm syndrome too, because like that's all we've ever known, I'm really lucky to work with a team that feels super supportive, but it wasn't always that way. I think things are getting a lot easier in our space. And I think there's a lot of us that have been banging our head against the wall for so long that have like made that an easier process. But it's still hard. It's girlhood, man. The uninvited this week, like it's a really cool thing to be surrounded by a lot of women and like step aside and be like, whoa, this isn't my normal experience ever. And sometimes like at Take the Rake or at Uninvited, I'll ask a guy and be like, hey, have you ever been in a room with this many women? No. Are you uncomfortable? Yeah. Welcome to our lives. Like it's something that we're just so used to that doesn't feel foreign anymore. But I think it's really starting to change, which is wonderful. How to get into the industry? Ask. There's like all these horrible statistics about women not asking for raises, not asking for jobs in corporate settings and not. Women just ask for less across the board in a lot of work settings. So just ask the question, hey, do you need help with content? Hey, do you need someone to write? Hey, I'm in the area. Like the worst that happens is they say no, but you got to put yourself out there. I think make me sound old. The younger generation, I think, is not used to asking, and they like don't know how to go about it. And it's so cool when an email comes through or a DM comes through and someone's like, hey, do you need any help? Because I feel like that's rare. And I feel like maybe for us, it was more common to send those emails off. So just go ask. If you're passionate about something, like Dixon, for the love of God, asked. And he's here now. You know, like you just never know what will happen if you put yourself out there.
And it's okay to hear no's, because anyone who's in any position that they are probably hyped on has probably heard so many no's and had that happen and still got to where they wanted to be, which is, you know, you got to be able to take a couple knocks, beat the rapids a little bit upstream and keep going. Follow-up question.
Yes.
Could you talk about the importance of, like, you know, having, you know, like-minded people around you, whether that's not just at Trollhaugen where you have like this epic crew, but like just in general to be able to kind of like support the things that you're trying to accomplish throughout your career. I think, I don't want to assume, but I think that that's something that is really helpful in situations like this, and you can see it at Take the Rake, The Uninvited, R&D, all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, the three of us talk all the time about our things that are happening in work and also not work, but like it's so wonderful to bounce ideas off of people that are removed from your situation too, that are not just in your immediate proximity, because it gives you a perspective that you might not be able to see because you're too close to things. Having a network of friends within this industry is so helpful. And I think that's what you get in this industry is a whole bunch of friends, whether you know it or not. And it's one of the most wonderful things about snowboarding is even if you haven't seen someone in 5 years, it feels like they're still there, and that you can catch up with them no matter how much time has passed. The community that exists within our space is unmatched, and I'm really lucky to have it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Insane.
She did it again.
She did it again.
Yeah, it's
God
like-
damn it, she did it again.
She did it again.
It's like a hypnosis.
Yeah.
That's why
It's
she
like, can you
gets
just
paid
keep
to-
talking? Because I don't really want to say anything. I just want to listen. If you just keep talking.
That's why Booty's still with me, is because I've hypnotized him for so long. We have a theory that these fast talking East Coast women have subdued the Midwest men into complacency, and they're just like hypnotized and they don't know what to do. We have a theory. There's a lot of these matchups.
There really
An
are.
East Coast woman with a Midwest man is a wonderful pairing.
Yeah. I feel like I want to say
Take
that
notes, listeners.
it brings the East Coaster down a little
Yeah.
bit in calmness.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the guy would agree with that.
No, I'm probably not.
All right, let's jump into Patreon questions. Oh, we do have a fucking jingle for this, Silk. Just gonna take me about 3 minutes to get
I
there.
don't
So
have to
maybe
make up
say
a new
some
one?
stuff about Patreon stuff.
Thanks to all the Patreon members for your support and asking questions. You can do that if you're a Patreon member. Sign up. Oh, there
It's
it
time
is.
for Patreon questions.
I don't, forget it.
I know Ice Coast kills shit. You're down.
Yeah, you're down.
I am down.
Yeah.
Mediocre boarding, above average lifestyle.
Yeah, what a tagline.
Yeah.
What
So
a
good.
tagline.
That's perfect.
All right, fire it up, Silk.
So we want to hit this first one.
Yeah, let's hit the first
Okay,
one.
this is from Leslie Betts.
Hell yeah,
Wow.
Leslie.
Marsha,
Amazing human.
LFG, let's fucking go. Tell us about your epic beginnings, aka the wild and crazy times of Boulder Freeride.
Oh, Leslie Betts is a gem of a human if you've never met her. She's been at Burton now for like 20-something years. We were all brought up in Boulder Freeride. See you, Boulder. Go Bubs. We were basically in a snowboard frat. It was the best and the worst of times. It was, I think at the time, the largest collegiate club in the nation. We had like 5,000 members. We were also used and abused by Vail. We sold season passes in our office, and our payment was a free season pass, and we thought that was like a 100% fair payment.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Boulder Freeride like had all of the premieres. Chris, you were there. I don't know if you remember, but
I was probably blacked out.
yeah.
It was a premiere, and I was boozing.
In Chem
Premiere, yeah,
140,
don't remember
for sure. And
the classroom premiere.
yeah.
Oh shit! I think I do remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, was there a Solomon or something?
Yes, yeah. We like put on all of the movies on campus. We were kind of a big deal. A lot of fun people were part of the BOD, the board of directors, BOD.
Terrible acronym.
Shut up. Don't yuck my yum. The hot bod, you guys.
Oh my! You guys probably said that way too much.
It was an incestual friend group. It was pretty. Yeah, there were a lot of. Anyway. We would do trips. We had this cabin called the Glory Lodge. It was highly religiously themed. We didn't follow the rules. Great time. We mostly got asked about free rides to the mountain because we were called Boulder Free Ride. We did not offer free rides. Some of the best times of our life.
Misleading name.
Yeah.
It was a very
Classic
misleading name.
misconception.
We mostly just put on premieres and tossed out a bunch of free shit all the time. Campus Rail Jam Tour came through. That was peak snowboard era. We had a rail jam on campus.
I remember those.
Yeah, dude.
The cricket
Those
one.
things went Richter.
Yeah, cricket. Yeah, cricket campus rail jam tour.
Richter.
Yeah, those were wild times.
Richter.
Yeah, they were.
Are you familiar with the scale?
Okay.
The Richter scale.
I get it.
The measurements,
Science,
they
earthquake.
went
Sure.
the Richter.
Yeah,
It made,
It's
made
giving-
plate tectonic.
It's giving Richter.
Tectonic plates.
It's giving Bill Nye.
Yeah, I get it. There were a lot of Maddox, lots of tall tees during that time.
Holden.
Nomis, Saga.
A lot of pastels.
Oh God, Easter was about in fashion.
Speaking of the tight
Very
pants
timely.
from the recent group chat, the tight pants.
Yeah, you were either massively baggy or tight pants during those times.
We used to call it G code or E code. E stood for emotional code. Yeah.
Boulder Free Ride, I think,
Were
still
you G
exists.
code or E code?
Tween code in between.
I remember you had a Holden.
Confused code.
When I first met you, you had a dope Holden kit.
Me?
Yeah.
That's E code.
That sounds E-code.
Yeah, it was. That was from Pete.
Yeah, don't lie.
That's E code.
Guys, stop. Yeah, Boulder Free Ride shouts. We meet up every once in a while for, we call it group apologies, is the get together.
That's a good
There's
one.
always crying.
Your reunion sounds so fun.
Some of the best people on planet Earth were a part of Boulder Free Ride during those days, including Leslie. Leslie, we love you. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's cool, those little moments, those little kind of like, golden epochs in larger things where you get these groups of people that then so many of you guys are now involved in the industry. It's really neat to see that kind of.
Yeah, Chris Garson, one of the creators of Pit Viper, was one of his first business ventures was selling 420 shirts out on the quad during the group weed
Dude, he
smoking.
probably made some
that's
bread.
that adds up.
Dude,
smart.
genius. He was just out there in Sunny
He's
Legs
on brand.
selling T-shirts.
Let me know
And
if
he
we
was
still
like,
got any of those.
Chris, Leslie probably has them. Anyone, Kate, Keenan, anyone. John Torres was, he was adjacent to Boulder Free Ride. They had a house called Fantasy that we would party at a lot. Ian Bowl was also in the periphery. They had a house called the Motel. There was a stripper pole in the basement.
On brand.
There were so many people that are still in the industry that were attending Boulder at that time. It was a wild time to be in college in Boulder, Colorado.
Hell yeah. You were just talking in the lobby about a subject to kind of piggyback off of that, about the industry and finding jobs in the industry.
Oh, yes. The industry.
And why we should hire more ex-pros because they can bust sick-ass tricks.
Yeah, I would say that it is the requirement of any industry job to be a former pro snowboarder. Definitely look past all the people that have just been interested in the behind-the-scenes jobs from the get-go. Don't give them the jobs. There's a lot of wonderful ex-pro snowboarders doing a lot of work, but there's also a lot of people that, went to college and were like, I want to go work in the industry and I'm going to get a degree so that I can do so. I'm not that great at snowboarding, but I want to be around it all the time. How can I do that? And I went to college because I wanted to write for a snowboard magazine. I do that sometimes now, but.
And RV, man.
That career has a long tail. It really does.
Yeah.
Media has not changed.
I have a lot of nest eggs from all the money I've earned from articles I've written for magazines.
People love reading.
People love reading. I think there's a lot to be said for all of the background players there's so many people making everything tick, and you don't know any of their names, and you never will. And those people are just in the background making it all happen. Yeah.
I think we should hit that Thrashley Patreon question at the bottom.
The bottom one? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I thought of it slightly.
I thought of it
before you.
first.
This question is from Thrashley. When will you start up your side career coming up with brand/event names?
Dude, I love naming stuff.
That's actually perfect.
Can we put you on the spot?
Yeah, because we
let's go.
actually need help.
We're making a Bombhole movie, a 2-year movie.
Okay.
We don't have a name yet.
Okay. Ooh, this is a good
I
challenge.
can give you some names,
Okay.
but they're not that good.
Okay. No, let her go. Let her go.
I'll just let you cook.
I need more information.
Okay, it's a 2-year vid. A lot of underdogs. You know, we got Sam.
It is a street part. It is a
It's
street
little bit of
video.
both. You know, we kind of
Probably
went. We got Cadono and Bodie are out in the mountains, and then we got Sam Anderson in the streets and Gibby. Gibby's on the rise big time. Blake
Gibby's-
Lamb.
yeah.
A lot of Midwest representation. Bobby Stitt, and then whole gang, and then just a whole slew of people. We are friends of the Bombhole are all welcome to be in this video. So we got a couple of headliners and surrounding cast members. We want some A-grade hammers in there, and then we want we want some character. We want some flavor. We want some personality.
I would say give like 3 or 4 words that you feel represent the aesthetic that you're going for.
Word association
Baby
here.
blue. So baby blue is one.
That's 2 words.
Love this.
Well, that's
Condense those.
It's
Hyphenate.
compound
two
noun.
hyphenating
that
three.
for the
Of three.
purpose of
I have
this?
one word left.
Technically compound noun. So
Oh my
that's
God.
okay.
See,
Thank you,
nerds,
Mary.
look at
Moving on to
us.
two. You have 2 words left.
Yep.
2 compound nouns.
Okay, so
remaining.
that's the feeling I want.
feel like we're on
want-
a game show.
I want to feel like that.
Yeah.
And so baby blue.
Actually, we didn't prepare for this.
Well, this is great because I explained Marsha as ChatGPT in human form.
That's actually Dixon too.
So here we go. We're watching
Can I
watching
just
her work.
Can we have
buy
that
a
be
few
2
more
words?
words? Because
Yeah.
Okay.
Because this is all the aesthetic is important for getting the heart, the heart and
Baby-
soul of the project.
Baby blue, A-grade beef. That's the footage we want. We want
Baby
good tricks.
blue A-grade beef. That's going to be 1 compound noun.
And then flavor.
Beef flavor
Beef
or
flavor.
different flavor?
Like a cauldron of flavor. Like all the spices
beef
mixed
will be
together.
one of those
and-
flavors, though.
And then
Whole hog.
Wait, what? What?
Whole hog. Right?
That actually seems so on
legitimately
brand.
write that
How
down.
do you spell?
Yeah.
Are you spelling whole? W-H-O-L-E.
No, whole,
no.
like bomb hole, whole
Yeah.
hog.
Whole
Oh my
hog.
God, that's even
What else?
better.
What else?
This actually seems
How did you do
strikingly
that?
on brand.
How did you do that?
ChatGPT human form.
Also, we haven't mentioned
What
this.
is? Can you think out loud?
Bombhole
Marsha
presents.
How I got
Yeah,
there?
Marsha.
presents whole hog.
Marsha is also an artist and graphic designer. Like her background in college is graphic design, so she like makes logos and she's also paints and just all these things. So when she made the Take the Rake logo, all of that. So it all comes from this like mysterious place where she is
I'm
like
a department
really good at
of
this.
one. If you're like, well,
Yeah.
who am I talking to on a DM? It's me.
We got a Patreon question about that from
Whole
Thrashley.
hog. Whole hog. So good.
I'll just hit it.
Yeah,
So,
go for it. I can't find
which I didn't know Thrashley's a Patreon member.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Thrashley.
Shout
That's
out
fucking
Thrashley.
rules.
Yep,
Shout
shout
out
out.
Ashley.
Can you explain to people everything you do on a daily basis at Troll? So this will be another 6 hours of a show.
Yep.
Real talk, a lot of small resorts don't even have a marketing department. I am a department of one. So I do all of the graphic design, all of the social media, content creation, events, running them and creating them. The website, I make the menu for the restaurant, like pretty much everything, top to bottom at Troll, I do.
Okay, question. If we were going to have a restaurant here at the Bombhole, what would be on our menu?
Good question.
Great question.
To go along with the movie Whole Hog.
It could.
Yes,
It could be overlap, like
additionally-
a special item.
Cheddar biscuits are on there.
Cheddar biscuits.
But in addition to that,
In addition, yeah. What else?
Oh, then you could have like cheddar biscuits and some sort of like pork, like carnita. It would be a Mexican Southern fusion.
That's That sounds delicious.
That's delicious.
You don't get a lot. You don't get a lot of that. You're Mexican or Southern, but you don't get the fusion.
Yeah.
You guys
It's about
really
time
have
somebody
something.
fused
Yeah.
those.
Well, if you combine like a biscuits and gravy with like a salsa,
It's kind of like comfort. Comfort.
And you serve hot chips. Have you guys ever had hot chips for chip? Because they're like really, really good. Like
Hot chips for chip.
yeah, hot chips.
what's the hot chip?
They're like a
Good
thicker
question.
potato
I was wondering.
on the side. Very big in the Midwest.
What do you dip them
Hot
in?
chips. Ranch, obviously.
Ah, delicious.
What the Midwest is bathed in.
I appreciate that about the
yeah,
Midwest.
yeah.
All right, guys. I kind of think we did it. Do you think we did it?
That has to
I
be
think
it.
so.
That has to. That has to be
I think we did.
Marsha, did you have fun?
Yeah, I'm a little sweaty.
That's a good
It
sign.
happened. It's,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. No one's ever said that to me. That's a good sign. You're super sweaty. That's good.
I think you crushed.
I think we crashed. Yeah.
Yeah.
KB on the mic, did you have fun?
I'm so happy that I thought I was going home after I ushered her
a
to
little
school.
audible.
Yep.
Yeah, now I'm like, oh, I love that journey.
Love that for us.
There was a great trapping into the studio.
I was like, I'm getting
Yeah.
Marsha on the bomb hole, but now I'm sitting here for 3 hours.
How many good things have happened like that? Like all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I guess I'm on this road trip now. Okay, this Vision Quest, I'm doing it.
That's a movie with Britney Spears. It's called
Crossroads.
Crossroads. They don't know it. They didn't get it.
No, I don't know that
If you
one.
were one,
Christine Savage would get that.
if you had to be one person in that LA apartment with 4 roommates and 1 cat, who do you most closely identify with?
Jess.
Obviously.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what did you
Who's
think?
that girl? It's Marsha.
Fair. You guys can cut that. I just
Chris
was
is like,
curious.
I'm done.
I
I'm
think
not
Greg
cutting it.
loves that
I'm
show.
not cutting
It's
it.
Yeah, you
so
should.
Is it the girl that lives with 20 dudes?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should watch
She
it.
loves that show.
Yes, that
You're-
was
you're watching something different.
That's the tagline.
Okay,
That's the tagline.
that's her like show she watches the
It's-
most.
It's the
We all
best.
do.
Yeah.
It's the most superior show.
It is the best show about the thing.
New Girl,
Learn
is that what it's
about.
called?
New Girl, yeah,
Oh
you should.
my
You
God.
should watch it.
I actually
good.
know New Girl. I
You
mean,
would
youth
like
love it.
Yeah.
are they down?
You know,
Yeah.
New Girl.
How do you
did-
not? Yeah. How do you not? Like the main character's awesome. She rules.
No, everyone. You can't
They're
pick
all
a
good.
favorite character because they're all so
I
good.
mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
easy to pick favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character? So?
Mine's the girl.
Nick.
Nick Miller's obviously.
Yeah.
I
Hell
think
yeah.
I like Schmidt the best because
Wow, that's a
Actually,
rogue
okay.
answer.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You guys were losing it. We gotta go.
No, this thing's derailed, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Should we keep
Kind of in the
derailing?
sweet spot right now,
So,
finally.
Did you have a favorite moment of the show?
The RV stuff was baffling.
Yep.
The speaking
Yeah,
gig
that was a weird part of my life.
and the yoga part.
I'd like to say mine was when Mary said frick.
Yeah, frick. Yeah, that was
Use
good.
the
Yeah,
frick. It would
that
be up there for
Give
me.
the use of frick.
Yeah. Marsha, you did great, but
Mary kind of stole the show.
stole the show.
with the use
You
of
got to be
frick.
careful who you have a co-host with.
She does that. She will do that.
That's a dunk.
Wow.
I think it's time.
Was that a sports ball reference? I think so.
Sports ball.
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
what you do in basketball when you like do something sick.
Yeah,
Hashtag
I
dunk
think.
on them.
Yeah.
You dunk on them.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to fucking wrap this thing up, guys.
Yeah.
Marsha, you're gonna
Respect
You got to take
myself,
us out of the
I
show,
love it.
right?
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
got to take us out of the show. You
I
got to
agree.
sign off.
I gotta just sign off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like pretend we're
Just like the closing.
throw a bow on
you know,
on the show.
just-
Okay. We talked so much. I'm out of words. All right. To all of the people far and wide listening to the stories of the bomb hole, we thank you. We love you. And we'll catch you next time right here on the bomb hole.
She did it again.
She did it again.